it's literally like this old man just speaking in this monotone voice like the whole time and telling you about traffic and weather, and I was like, turn this off. No. It was the worst.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, someone was just saying earlier how they can't stand talk radio. I'm like, really? I was like, all talk radio now?
Well, talk radio died. Like, I feel like, well, I don't listen to radio.
It did, but it needs to fucking come back. Though.
Hell no. That's why we got podcasts. Podcasts are lit.
Well, like
I really don't like commercials. Right. Like, commercials upset my whole soul.
Exactly. Like,
so,
especially commercials on the radio. Like, whoever invented that, like, they need to go.
I need to stop. I won't listen to the radio.
They gotta make money.
Like, I'll make my own playlist.
Make money, though.
I'll make my own little jams.
Does anyone else need wine?
I'm flying out for the weekend. I'll be calling you when I land, 'cause we ain't got no time to waste. Oh, and I don't give a damn about your boyfriend. He can have you when I go. Next week it might be Japan. I know you've been thinking about me. I know just to drink about it.
Oh wait, have you tried doing ASMR?
What's ASMR?
Oh yeah. This is the sound of the wine going into my tin cup. So you put that. So someone might like it. Oh, by the way, we didn't even introduce ourselves. Wouldn't that be something to start?
We didn't. Hold on, I gotta open it. I gotta start this.
I don't think he started yet.
Yeah, I recorded. I've been recording.
Okay.
All right.
I do this. Like, I record and no one realizes it, and then I talk.
I was like, wait, I thought he was.
Alright.
Okay.
Welcome everybody to the latest edition of the Soapbox. It's a special edition. Late night edition. Well, it's not really late. It's only 8 o'clock. That's not. But
we're grandmas and grandpas. It's okay.
It is late.
It's a very special edition. So I got two very wonderful ladies. I got Heily to my right.
Hello.
Destiny to my left. How you guys doing?
Y'all
good?
I feel like we should be like recording like a video of us like doing this. Having it mad professional.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Leaning back and shit.
Oh my god, it's so nice. I made
You are funny.
Space.
You said what?
I made myself a little space.
So we at I gotta tell people. So yeah, you guys don't hear Karan and Keem. That's because they're not here.
We've taken over.
Facts.
Yeah,
they're taking over the podcast.
I want to see if I could be an antagonist because, like, I feel like we're such like-minded people that we might agree too much, and it might not be like. Very
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
So. I have to be an agitator. Like,
yeah, someone has to play devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Heily for you.
What? No, I wish someone would have taken over. It's the middle child syndrome. Can't help it. I need to know. I need to know what you really think.
But for this podcast, we're not gonna be talking about music like that. I was just talking about human shit and like.
It's a real topic to get into.
What's a real topic?
Human shit is how we're all human.
Exactly.
And you were just saying earlier that you can't get that human emotional level with a lot of men.
So segue to our first topic.
I just feel like we should just
find out, Heily. No, okay. Segues out here. How should I start this? So earlier, off the podcast, I was talking to Heily. We was having a conversation about. I don't know how the conversation started. How did it start?
Just the way it does when it starts with women. We just start talking.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was having a conversation about someone, and I was saying how a lot of men can't like come forward to their own guy friends about personal shit, like let's say they're really sad about him and like let's say a guy and his girl broke up. Like the guy will come to his guy friends like, oh, me and so and so broke up. I don't really care about that girl. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna act like he's not affected by it, but deep down that dude is hurt. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I feel like a lot of guys, and I'm probably a prime example. I have a lot of female friends, a whole lot, and I didn't realize it till now that I go to my female friends a lot for advice. Like, rarely do I go to my guy friends.
Right.
And I have a great group of guy friends. Like, I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. but I always go to my guy friends for advice all the time. So
I fucking get that though, because like I don't like I'm such a girl's girl. I love being with other women, but I love like I have guy friends.
Yeah.
I don't have my majority of friends are not men. But some people are like that, and I'm like, I can't. I mean, like, it's great, but, like, I could see why some men have girlfriends, because that's, like, another emotional level that most men can't reach.
But that's so weird, because so I'm, like, kind of the opposite in that way.
Oh, really? We
got
the opposite.
I have more male friends than I have female friends.
Why is that? Why is that? Because a lot of females don't understand why.
I love
like,
women.
some girls have more guy friends,
fun
girlfriends.
And smart.
It's
like,
not
girl
that.
power.
So, like, when I was younger, like, I've always had issues with, like, you know, girls in that way, like, you know, them not wanting to talk to me over a guy in that way. So it's just like I've always hung out with the guys more, and plus they don't have any drama. I'm like not a drama person. I hate drama.
No, we have drama. We just low key about it.
Yeah, no, guys.
Well, it's not like petty drama.
No, but it's like petty drama, like with girls, and they just do too much, and it's like, oh, he said, she said, and all this other stuff.
That's facts. That's facts.
The most dramatic people I've met have been men. I feel like.
Yeah.
So I'm just.
You said dramatic?
Most dramatic. Men are so fucking. At least I've come across. I don't know what's going on in my path, but I'm chill now. But either way, like, no, I guess like I just don't find women to be that way, or the ones I have as friends.
Yeah.
So you have more female friends than guy friends.
For sure. I believe so.
It's funny because I didn't actually.
You didn't think that?
Yeah, I didn't think that.
It wasn't always that way though.
Oh, so it just became that way.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess like as I got older, like finding like my tribe, I'm like, fuck you boys.
Yeah, like I literally can count on like one hand how many like girls as friends I have.
Really? I think I have a combined like the same amount of girlfriends that I do guy friends.
Really?
I'm sure it's pretty balanced, but
yeah, it's definitely balanced on my side. But as far as like, okay, so when you guys go for advice, do you guys go to your girlfriends more or guy friends? I know you probably say guy friends.
It just depends on the situation, honestly.
True.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like if it's about a guy, most likely I'll go to my guy friends about it.
Oh, definitely.
Because girls are just like too emotional when it comes to certain things. I'm just like, alright, relax. It's not that deep.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. That's like, I don't know. I feel like that was like kind of like just like a bad way to think of women generally. Like, oh, they're just emotional. Like, no, we're not. Like, some people just have like over dramatic reactions. Like, I don't know. For me, men are way worse. Just our experiences are obviously different.
Yeah,
so, like,
that's probably why.
But oh my god.
Nah, I feel where Hayley's coming from because a lot of my girl friends that have been with guys, and every time they would tell me stories about their guys, they're mad emotional and like mad sensitive and dramatic. So that's why I feel her where she's coming from because a lot of guys.
I come to you a lot.
Exactly, and there's a lot of dramatic niggas out there. Excuse my language,
there are,
but there is a lot.
Like that last motherfucker. What was his name? Doesn't matter.
I forgot his name. Yeah, we don't say names anymore.
Yeah, say names. Doesn't matter. This motherfucker from Syracuse. I could say that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know oh, that's why. He's from Q's, bro. Q's people are trash.
I don't know anything about those people.
Nah, Syracuse. They different. Nah, they different,
Saratoga,
bro.
my bad. Whoops. So close. So wrong.
They different. But, what was I gonna say? No, I think I really do go only to my girlfriend stuff. Unless, like, I know when to go to a guy for, like, one of my guy friends for advice. Like, if it's about some, like, real shit, like, if it's about, like, something only a guy would understand and get, then I'm gonna go to them.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to my female friend because they're gonna be real with me because they know how I am and they know what I'm gonna think.
And they know how females are gonna think.
Exactly.
So we know.
And majority of my problems, well, I'm not saying all of them is females, but a lot of it is like, if it's not females, it's about like my path and like where I'm at right now. Like, oh, this time blah blah blah, and I need them to send me back to the right mindset. So that's why I got my female friends. The guys, I feel like would be like, I don't think probably my guy friends probably give me good advice, but in the end they'll tell me like, bro, like, man the fuck up, like shit like that. Like, and a lot of it goes to man the fuck up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
a really
man,
like
the
big,
fuck
I
up.
didn't think that was. That's wild.
No,
Like, I feel like society thinks that men should act a certain way,
Yeah,
course.
of course.
and they
Be
shouldn't.
strong, provide, do all these
Exactly.
things, do things right. I'm like,
Exactly.
okay,
don't
well,
cry.
Like, don't cry.
Don't
at
feel.
all.
And I think that's why I kind of don't really bash men about being sensitive, because I feel like a lot of women nowadays like sensitive men for something. Like, they like the men. Like, I remember I had a problem. Well, I have a problem, but my ex had a problem with me not showing emotion. Like, I wouldn't show that I care, and I still kind of don't show that I care. But
Do you think you've shown a little bit more? At least like you've progressed.
Oh,
enough more
definitely,
to your
yeah.
emotions? Okay, yeah. So that's
I'll
like,
definitely
that
show
matters.
more emotion
I was
now.
like, you
than
haven't
this.
changed. You have a problem.
I'll definitely show more emotion now. I used to be like
Good. It's a work in
blank
progress.
face, like.
Yeah.
But I could see why women would want more men to be like now.
It gets boring real quick if you don't
Exactly.
express what you're what you're saying, what you're thinking.
And I
like,
understand that now.
Like, and not trying, to understand any of what I'm stand for. Like,
Yeah.
you're stuck in your thoughts, and I want to know why am I even why are we
Like,
here?
yeah.
Like, how did this happen?
I totally. Before I thought like, yo, y'all crazy, like, because you would think that women would like a man that doesn't care, like they don't get offended or they don't like.
We want
No, they want to
friends.
see you. Yeah, they want to
Yeah.
see you get a little upset and like
Yeah.
not in a bad way, but just like in
Mhm.
the sense of
I have a friend who wants her boyfriend to cry because she's never seen him cry before.
well, I don't want that.
But like not in a bad way. She's like, I don't want it to be like something like you lost your mom or whatever,
Yeah.
like God forbid. She's like, but like just like never seen you tear up. And he was like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh, typical like masculine kind of thing. Like, you don't have to be like,
I mean, but I don't know.
Well, to me, it kind of makes me feel a little uncomfortable. I don't know. Not just for. It's not even just men. Just like in general, people like cry.
yeah,
I don't know.
like I don't cry.
Like,
Like, I don't cry in front of anybody. I barely cry actually. I can't remember the last time I cried.
crying is good though.
I just don't feel emotion. That's the thing.
Yes, you do. You just don't know how to interpret it.
Yeah,
You're crazy.
I used to
You're
be
not a
like
robot.
that. Honestly,
Yeah.
No, that used to be me.
I think the next
You're
time I
just not
cry,
bothered.
the next time I cry will probably be when my dog dies. When my dog dies, I think that'll be when I cry.
Stop it.
Oh, don't say
I
that.
just saw that. Can we pause? Okay.
But like, I don't know. But it's also because like society, like again, they like still in you. Like, you're a man. You're not supposed to show emotion. You're not supposed to care. Like, you're supposed to be like this assertive, impenetrable guy. Like, nothing's gonna affect you. And plus, I was raised to never show anyone how you feel. So my mindset is like, I may be upset, I may be sad, I may be happy, I may be mad, but you're not gonna know what I'm thinking because I'm always gonna have this constant face.
It's a blank face.
A blank face, like-
a cool, still face.
And like, I could be really tight that you probably said something to piss me off, but I'm not gonna show it. Like,
Alright, I'm just gonna.
exactly.
I'll let
like,
this one slide.
facts.
I
Exactly.
remember this. Smile. Robert.
Facts. Like, no one's gonna know how I feel, so that's a problem. And it's pride too. Like, men's pride are ridiculous. Like, our pride gets the best of us. OD.
Fucking egos, though.
Yo, and our egos, yeah. Our
Crazy.
egos are crazy.
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 And it gets like worse. Like, it just gets worse. It's not even just ego. Like, so many people have like their different obsession of their egos. You know, like either it's like their intellect or their physical state or like their humor. Like, I'm funny, all right?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Facts. Nah, we want to know that we're funny, bro.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not gonna hold you. You would not be with someone who's not funny. If they're not
True.
funny, you're not gonna be with them.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
You have
Like,
to- you
that's
have
why
to have
we like
humor.
that reassurance that you're funny. But then women love to hear that they want to know that they're funny too.
I
Like,
am
a lot of women like to
hilarious,
tell
so I
me,
don't fucking-
Are
nah,
you
you're
really?
funny.
I'm so funny.
Are you?
Nah, you're casually funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not trying to.
Oh, well, people try hard. It's
Oh,
so,
facts.
so
Yeah.
embarrassing.
That's a whole
I'm like,
fact.
please. Oh my god.
People definitely try hard. That's a good open topic.
People trying too hard?
Facts. No. I say yeah. People trying too hard.
By the way, guys, I made a huge list of us to talk about. I was really excited.
Oh man, she's very excited.
I'm very excited.
She's lucky I can read script too, because if I can't read script,
How
then-
would I can't believe that's even like a thing. Like,
Well, it's not about you reading scripts. It's about making sure our handwriting was good.
yeah, I have
Because some people like
I have
really
bad
kick.
scripts.
some
like
people do have.
chicken
When I get
scratch,
lazy, it
like-
gets fucked up.
Oh, word?
Honestly. Yeah.
Oh, so that's what happened down here?
Hell yeah. I was getting high by that point.
I was like, what is this?
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I was actually getting. I was like, by
That's
that
a
point,
what? A
I had
bee?
eaten. I think I had like smoked a bowl and then eaten the squid at that point.
Damn. Okay, savage.
I
Alright.
really like being drunk.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
being drunk rather than being
Facts.
Huh.
Deadass. I
high.
hate being
smacked,
high.
I'm just like,
Mm.
what is this?
Yo, I hate being high. I can't stand being high.
And like for some people, like being high, like they get like in the couch or like meh.
Oh, facts. That's me.
I'm like, I'm not like that. My heart starts racing. I'm like, let's do this.
I was about to say, you're like the high person.
I'm very hyper. I'm very sensitive to everything.
Well, maybe it's whichever one you had, though, because sometimes I'm just like,
Right.
I get really tired afterwards. I'm like, what's going on?
Wait,
That's only if I like fucking hoard off food and get like comatose.
Oh, like
Is there really a
diabetes.
difference between the strands? Like, it's really, like, one strand can affect you different than another
So they
one?
say.
So that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
You don't think it's all mental?
Yeah, I think it's mental.
Really? I don't know.
I think it's super mental.
I think it's mental. I don't smoke,
Yeah.
so
I
I
don't
don't know.
smoke that much.
My
to
sister
know.
was like,
yeah.
Brenna smokes, and excuse me. I know someone who smokes that
yeah,
She
that
said-
works.
Wait a minute. I know someone who smokes that much, and she actually told me that like they have been proving that's not really, it doesn't matter, like the strain. Like
Really?
it just really is your mental, what your situation is, like what you're trying to do.
Ah.
But then again, like who knows? There's always like clinical studies out there, but they don't repeat them often enough to actually make it like a fucking like real fact.
Yeah. That's a
That's the
good
only-
theory, actually. I like that theory.
Yeah, well, it's the only way for us to know if it's real. Like, oh, there's a clinical trial on this lotion that made your skin 99% more absorbent to moisture or whatever.
But
Like,
just this one time.
but we only tried. We only like.
Oh, yeah.
We only tried it once.
Just one time.
That just one time.
Just one time.
So we don't have the facts.
Just one time.
We didn't back this up. It was just this one trial. Like,
What we talking about? We're talking about male and female friends, right? Alright, I guess we're talking about a toxic friendship or relationship. Oh, that was actually a topic I was supposed to talk about on my last podcast, kind of.
Really?
What happened?
It was because we didn't have a female and I didn't want to, like, talk.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, apparently, I mean, Quran said that a lot of people calling Quran misogynist.
Well,
Ah.
Mhm.
Wow.
I don't know if they talk about me, like me and Keem in it, but
Uh-huh.
apparently they talk about Quran. He's saying misogynist. I don't know.
what are you saying? I haven't listened to like his words a lot.
Yeah.
I told you how.
I forgot what we was talking about. Oh, the last topic we talked about was about Tinder. Was it about Tinder?
On the
No.
last episode?
No. We didn't talk about any topics like that. Fuck, I forgot. It was about either Tinder or about if you go out to a club, is it okay if your significant other dances with a girl? I mean, dances, like, you know, grinds over the guy. So Quran was like, he doesn't care because he would do the same shit. And I was like, nah, I wouldn't want that. So he was like, and the Keem and Quran both agreed too. And I was the only one saying like, because if I'm in a relationship, I feel like that's disrespectful. Like, I'm not going to
How
dance with somebody
disrespectful.
else.
That's his bottom
So,
line. Like, don't
Exactly.
go there. Like, what? What's the
We're
point?
going together, so why are we...
Why are we doing this?
He's saying if we're not going to, like, okay, so let's say you and your girls went out. Let's say me and my
Oh,
guys
and
went
she's
out.
grinding on a guy. No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quran says he's cool there because if he went out with his guys, he'll...
You better
Do
be
the same
gay for
shit.
the night.
That's what I said. Like, I was like, pause. But I was like, if I'm with my guys, I'm going to be chilling. Like, you know.
Well, no, for girls, I'm saying, like, if anything,
Oh, exactly,
you
that's-
better be gay for that night.
Exactly,
And
with
for
your
guys,
girl,
you better
like-
be standing against that wall and have your drink in your hand.
Talk about it. Woo. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that was last time. And I guess they
agree.
called him... I don't know. He's not misogynistic. I don't know.
That's the, I feel like some people will dismiss, like, small, like, little, red flags of, like, noting someone, like, oh, you kind of have a perceived notion of women in some kind of way that doesn't really work well for others, because it's
Mhm.
kind of, like, fucked up what you're saying. Like,
See, and that's
you
another
need
thing.
to
Like, talking about
be
females when you're...
aware of what you're saying, what you're thinking, because it's not okay anymore. It's just flat out not
Yeah, we gotta be
okay.
really careful talking about, like
Like,
stuff with females.
I hate when people
Yeah.
are like, oh, it's a PC police, or like, oh, you're too sensitive. I'm like, it's not about sensitivity, it's being about awareness. Like, and I know it's hard. It's hard because, like, not everybody's woke, okay?
Mhm.
Like, we need to stop, like, pressing ourselves on people who don't understand. Like, we need to try to make them understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's the difference. Like, protesting and doing all that stuff is great. Bringing awareness about it, but what else are you doing? What are you contributing?
So
I don't do shit.
I don't do shit.
Mhm.
I was
Say that
actually
right now.
listening to.
I'm not a perfect human.
Oh, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. I was actually listening to a podcast earlier today, and they were talking about No, it was a situation I think with Damon Dash. I think it was Damon Dash. No, somebody named Tori. I don't know who Tori is, but they were talking about him. He had a sexual harassment case with a girl, right? So it was text. They were just saying how he was basically telling the girl that he wants to have sex with her, saying some extra stuff. They'll leave it at that. Very extra. So then they were talking about so you being females, I know you guys had guys approach you like in your DMs or text or maybe in person.
Sure.
And some were very aggressive, some were very nonchalant, laid back. So I was curious about, do girls like when guys are more aggressive in their attempt to talk to someone, or at least get to know the person, or just like have a one night stand, or do they like laid back and like go with the flow kind of guys? Because I've been in situations where
it depends.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's a
No, I've been in situations where females thought I was too laid back. Well, I get that a lot. I'm too laid back. Like I don't try enough.
Why not?
Yeah.
Cause I'm not chasing after nobody. Like
okay, so
I'm gonna let you know what's
happening.
happening.
Wasting somebody's time is the thing.
I'm not wasting nobody's time.
No,
but
that's the thing though.
Or did
Because
they say
girls
anything?
want to be chased. That's the issue. Like they don't want to be the
but
chaser.
what is wasting someone's time? Like,
well, did you guys talk about it? That's the thing. Like,
no, like we can have a great conversation, but
and it
it's
just
like,
depends on the type of time that the girl is on, honestly. Because there's times where I'm just like, I literally only want to have like a conversation. So if you're like talking to me and within the first day you bring up something about sex, relationships, anything like that, I don't want no parts of you.
No.
Yeah.
So then, like, but if you're like, we're having like a conversation and I see that you're kind of being like aggressive, depends. Like, if I'm like, okay, you're cute, and if it's something that I want to just approach and just see it just as that and like nothing, like I don't want a relationship out of you, it's just a good time, then that's it. But for most people, they want to be like pursued in that way, like I don't like you being aggressive, but I don't like you being too laid back. It's like a fine line.
It's so hard. I was
So
like,
what's the middle?
I don't like aggressiveness. It's not like my thing. Like, in what way? Like,
aggressive is like
aggressive's a bad tone. I would say if you're persistent, I'm like, yeah, maybe.
aggressive. Let me think of an example.
Come on, bitch, you're mine. Like,
what? You're going out. I'm taking you out this day.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god.
Okay, something like that.
No.
Mm-mm.
Don't talk to me like
Wouldn't
that.
work.
I
I'll
do
talk
what
to you
I
like
want.
that.
Not happening. Not in a million years will that work. Do this because I told you so.
But it's like you demanding me. It's not a thing of you asking me. Like, if you're
That's
to
not how
ask,
it
like,
works.
saying, like, oh, like, I would like to take you out here, or, like, this day, or whatever, like, that is okay.
Yeah.
That's different than you being like, I'm taking you out, like, you're mine this day.
Yeah.
Like, we're going here. Like,
Oh,
no.
so you don't like that?
No.
Are you like that?
I'm not like that.
No, some girls actually do like that.
Some girls
like
that.
Like when
Yo,
they,
a lot of
like,
girls like that.
To be like told
Yeah, like
I don't know. It's like
they got a planned day and like, yo,
me
me and you are hanging out this day.
I get all fired up. I'm like, who are you talking to? Don't talk to me like that.
I don't think I've ever
Don't
met
tell
any
me what
woman
to
that's
do.
like that.
I have.
I can't.
Definitely.
That's crazy.
Really?
I definitely have.
I don't
met women
want to
that
be
are
around
like
that at all. Like, no, you're.
They're like, they kind of find it like fine in a way, like,
Yeah.
ooh, like he's
They
telling
like
me what
that.
to do, like,
They like that's what I'm saying. Back to that macho man society. Like
God,
I'm saying,
gross.
like guys like a macho man, like they want to.
We're not
That's
like
true.
that though.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you guys aren't like that.
We
so.
want an intellectual.
Yeah.
Like,
So you think?
well
to be
cultured
nice.
man. Yeah.
Okay,
Say I'm a
so
woman.
the minute-
Don't call me a female.
I'm your queen.
Yes, I'm
Not your baby.
You're one.
So the minute a man mentions sex in a conversation, that's like overstepping your boundary.
Yeah. 100%.
As long as
Why
it's like,
did it come-
I feel like in a timely matter, like within the first week of me talking to you, that shouldn't come up because then I know it's like that's literally what it is about.
So what if someone made it like from the jump, like, yo, I think you're beautiful, I like you, but I only see a physical attraction.
No.
See, I see like a lot of females want men to come out like that, but
What?
yeah, I mean,
I just
I've
want you
known.
for a good time.
No, like they rather have men just come out and say what they want.
What it is,
What
right?
it is.
True.
Of course.
And I don't think so.
They don't.
Females don't want that. No,
females
females don't want that.
Oh.
I don't think females want that because
they'd be shocked.
It just depends.
they'd be shocked by the amount of men that are only there.
They'd be shocked
for
because
that.
men have been working their way through it and we all fall for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of men.
I like the honesty though, but there's some people that literally say they want it, but then can't handle it.
Exactly my point.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of females can't handle it.
Much,
No,
they wow.
They
no,
can't
there are a
handle
lot
it.
of
and men
females
too
that
can't handle honesty either.
I'm like, I want to know.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like, just tell me your objective.
Like, yeah,
and I'll let
that's
you
it.
know if we can continue
And
this
I'm
or
like,
not.
It's not.
Yeah.
And it saves both our time.
Like
if you were that,
like hinting doesn't work for me. Like making little like
just be blunt.
Just tell me I can't.
Just
like,
tell me what you want. That's a fact.
It.
My friend, I was telling her the blunt truth about this. She was like, you're really hard on me more than most people, and I'm like, because I know you can handle it.
Facts.
But like for real though, bro, like.
But then the thing is, like, I've gotten to this point. It's like, even if you can't handle it, I'm not gonna continue to like sugarcoat things and like pat and like soothe you because you feel some type of way because of it. So I'm like I used to be that person that like okay, let me not say this because I know this person's gonna take it the wrong way. But like considering other people's feelings when it comes to certain things, it doesn't help you. Like you always end up like suppressing like your own certain things and like emotions while you're doing that. So now I've gotten to a point where I'm like I'm literally telling you how it is and that's it. Right. And if you feel bad, that's for you to deal with. Right. I'm gonna continue on my day.
It's facts.
Preach. That's exactly
fact.
how it is.
That's a whole fact. We didn't even talk about toxic friendship and relationship.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. We just went on a whole other tangent.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't a tangent. That was a good conversation. Have you guys been in a toxic friendship or relationship?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like both?
Definitely like high school, middle school. Absolutely, both for sure.
I don't know if I've been in a toxic friendship.
Because you're sunny. That's it.
I know I'm the sun,
So.
All my friendships are good. Actually, no. I think I've been. I wouldn't call it toxic. I just think it was one-sided. But I don't know if that's a toxic relationship.
Yeah, that's pretty toxic.
That's toxic. That's definitely
But
toxic.
it wasn't like no like beef. It's just like...
No, it doesn't have to be beef.
So what's a toxic relationship?
A friendship is supposed to be between two people and like you literally like communicating, being there for each other, like
Right. If I had, like the other day when we hung out, like I spoke about like she spoke about her day and I asked about it and then like what's going on and I tell her about mine and like you're asking the person like so what's going on with you. It's not just about me. That's a friendship.
If she was like literally just spending the whole day just talking about her and her issues and I don't take the time out to ask her what's going on.
That's exactly what's happening in my past friendship.
Yeah, no, that's toxic.
Yeah.
That's toxic?
Because you don't have the chance to express how you actually feel or like, let go some of your emotions.
Like right now.
You do?
With a friend. It's
I
not like toxic, but like
I
hate interruptions. Especially when that interruption ends up being your conversation now. Like I don't know what it says about you thinking what you think about me right now that you can just interrupt what I was saying.
Yeah, facts.
But I'm gonna let you go there because now my energy try to like spin this around because you decided to like be an asshole.
Take over, yeah.
And it always happens like we start going off on different tangents and then like 20-30 minutes later she goes, oh yeah, we were talking about what happened. I'm like, I'm so over.
Oh, I hate that shit. Nah, that's annoying.
Yeah.
That's annoying. That's annoying.
And it bothers me so much. It gets under my skin. I don't know what to do. The next time it happens!
That's a fact.
Like, honestly.
Nah, I think
so
that
many
relationship
issues.
with me, I think it probably ended because I haven't talked to this person like dumb long. So I think it ended. I gotta stop.
Sometimes it just feels like, hey, no, give me that pen. You do not just throw that shit.
Yo, I was like clicking the pen and riding him with the mic and shit.
Oh, yeah, that's a really... You can't... You have a problem. You're fidgety.
I am a fidgety.
Shall we meditate? Speaking of meditating, segue.
Segue to meditating?
No, not to meditating. Just like younger millennial, elder millennial.
Oh,
that's funny.
Yeah.
But no, toxic friendship. Just grab that pen away from you. I'm sorry. It's a really good pen. This pen is like $5. It's like $6.
You spent $5 on a pen?
Oh
this is a really good freaking pen. Okay.
Yeah, that's not getting my $5.
Fast.
Listen, right.
I can buy a whole pack of pens.
Okay,
for $5.
Talk about it.
Listen, It'll
If I spend $5,
it'll last you. You'll just get their fillables, and those are like $3 for like a full pack.
So you gotta spend more money just for the pen to be worth the $5.
You're gonna just like dump away a pen each time, each plastic just going out there.
It's $5, so I'm assuming it's gonna last me like 2 years or something.
It's gonna last you a really good time.
What's a really good time, Haley?
It's a really good time.
Really good time.
Oh my god. I was getting into my toxic relationship, but I don't really give a fuck because I don't think we're friends anymore. So I don't really give a fuck.
The only thing is, I don't really want to give my energy into that bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
Can we like talk about something?
So what's your beef with the younger millennials? So I remember you had a beef with in one of the episodes about. Remember when it was like a bunch of my friends and you was like, excuses.
God. It was just like.
Oh, what happened? Ooh.
Like
it was
one
a
of your
bunch of my friends.
A bunch of your friends were out like somewhere. You guys weren't like up in Orange County.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about like peer pressure through like social media and all that bullshit. They're like, I feel like I'm being really attacked because I'm victimized young.
Oh my god!
But they did not. They didn't say that though. But she got that offensive.
It's so annoying.
It's so it is annoying.
What were they talking about?
You were just saying how like
I feel like I'm being pressured by like looking at other people's Instagrams and like I should be this really like
so
this
delete
great.
it.
And I'm like, yeah, it is hard. So you know it is hard. So fucking get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I know it's not easy, I guess. People literally are addicted to their phones.
Oh, yo, there's a
like
it's
like
a
psychological.
It's so
like,
funny that you guys
like
just
insane.
said that because I was did I send that video to you? And it's basically like this little TED talk about basically how people who run like social media literally target people to make it an addiction. There's just certain things that you do.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think.
And then so basically, like, as you're scrolling, like, it's like a thing, like, even when you get to the point when you get your notifications,
something,
like,
the way it looks, like,
and then
it's a fucking, like,
really?
And then when you get, like, your notifications, it, like, makes it a thing of, like, oh my gosh, I have to know, like, who is this? And it's just, like, justifying you, like, oh, I need this many likes on a picture, or oh, someone commented on it, or this, like,
by your peers.
And it's so crazy.
And the crazy thing is, like, we have never been exposed, or I mean, I guess we are because we grew up with this. But before social media, we weren't exposed to like this large amount of people so close to us that we could see this quick and
fast,
fast every day, catch up on them, like from all over the world, everywhere.
Yeah.
Like now there's like anxiety, there's like depression because people are just like,
what's so crazy though?
realizing their demise against other people's competition.
It's like when I think about it, of how fast like technology is moving, and it's like literally
it's scary. Bro. No, it's scary,
like,
bro.
So scary. Like it's like not even funny how scary it is. I'm like, I remember like when I was younger,
I can't imagine how it's
like
gonna be.
the phones they didn't even have color. Like it was like you had the Nokia phones, and it was like your black, like your
black phone,
like literally how a calculator looks. That's literally how the phone did. And then at nighttime is when like the little green light in the background would come up. I'm like, that's so
that was the best game.
I'm like, what in the world? And it's just so crazy how like technology is just like advancing, but at such a fast rate. Like it's like.
Yo, wait till 2020, bro.
No, stop.
Yo.
No.
It's gonna be the 20s. I'm gonna bring back the Roaring 20s in a better way, more equal. Because if you guys didn't know, the Roaring 20s was a very fucking crazy time of inequality, insane time. Okay,
and it's kind of funny how we're going through like
going
not
through
really
that.
like that, but like
it's interesting.
Small.
It's
interesting, right?
Yeah, it's
nice,
quite like
fast.
It's like repeating itself.
Like history's repeating itself
too fast.
Yeah, though it is like there's so
many
new things happening.
That just blew my mind.
There's so many new things happening, and we're all just trying to adjust, and like nobody's up to date. Like it just like in the 20s, like there was like Rockefeller, like was it Rockefeller? He like overtook all Standard Oil Company, like just took over all these like oil companies, monopolizing the shit out of the entire country. And they're like, oh wait, we don't have these laws. Maybe we should do something about this. And this is when it all happened. And now it's all happening with the internet and with technology and like the space, like property of space. Like who's gonna go to the moon next? Like who fucking cares? Just go to the moon. Like,
we can all go.
Yeah. Shit.
Wait, so you don't believe that the older generation like puts pressure on the young guys, the youngins.
Who?
You know,
the older generation?
You don't think so? You don't think there's no type of pressure?
I don't feel pressure. I don't know. So like, maybe it's like not like relative to the way your friends think. So it's like really hard for me to like even like think about that. Who's telling me what to? I guess like for my parents, but those are my parents. Everybody's parents are gonna be like fucking like hard on you.
Yeah, but then like today's kids, they literally have like no respect. They're like literally just like so savage, like in everything that they do. Like,
and I blame social media for that.
Absolutely.
I do too, definitely.
And parents too.
And parents.
Well, they should know better, but they
then.
Don't.
Yeah, and influences. I think, like, I remember I was having an argument with my mom about, like, she doesn't believe, like, I told my mom, like, environment influences a lot of people nowadays.
Definitely.
Like, where you're from. I think school has the biggest influence in how your teachers teach, which brings back to my topic about the school system. I really feel like school really molds you about who you're, like, who the person you're going to be. Like, if you ever... here's my thing, right? So, Newburgh gets a rap as a bad school district. Or it's a bad town, right?
Right.
So here's my thing, right? Newburgh's the hood. Like, it's the hood, quote unquote. It's the hood, right? So, a bunch of these teachers are probably white. Newburgh's predominantly black. So a lot of black kids go there. So a lot of black kids, they watch TV, they watch BT, they see a lot of black people on TV, they listen to rap, listen to a lot of rappers that are black. You go to school, you see a white teacher. And this white teacher, and, you know, coming from black people, we came from slavery, had white people telling us what to do. So we got a white teacher telling us, oh, be quiet, sit down. You can't be acting like this. That's why you're failing, blah, blah, blah. They flunking us and shit. And so we feel like, I don't need to listen to them. I don't need to go to school. I can be creative by myself. I can be a rapper. Like, I don't need to care about school.
That's the easy way out.
That's the easy way out.
That's what pisses me off about, like, you know, especially people of color. Like, I feel like they try and take the easy way out. Like, instead of it's harder for you to, like, be successful in life when you go and you get, like, you actually go and get a degree, have a career, and, like, you know, build your life, like, you know, that way. Everyone's so fixed on the easy way out. Oh, I'm just gonna play sports so that I can do, like, you know, well, and then basically be rich and make it that way. Or I can become a rapper and basically get money that way. Like, it was so crazy because my cousin, he went to school and got a full scholarship to, I forgot what school it was, some in Virginia.
Yeah.
Say it was VTech or whatever. So he gets a full scholarship there. So they were out to dinner after he graduated to basically celebrate. And so, yeah, and my mom was basically telling them, like, yeah, he got a full scholarship to go. And they automatically assumed it was on a football or, like, you know, some sports scholarship.
Always that.
No, he got it on an academic scholarship. Like,
Good.
And people just, like, you know, it's just a typical thing. Like, you know, they see a black person or a Spanish person, they're like, oh,
they
well,
play sports.
yeah, they play sports, or they like, oh, soccer, basketball, baseball. And then, like, you know, they don't even try to, like, you know, get good grades and actually make it that way. But it honestly just depends on your whole mindset. Like, I feel that, yes, school helps to, like, mold you, but then, like, it also has to do with your upbringing.
It has to.
Because
So it starts from the parents.
it definitely starts from the parents. Because, like,
genetics. It's like, you know,
because there's just certain things, like, you know, I was explaining to you the other day, there's, like, you know, people that basically give into their environment, and there are people that act like don't accept that environment and want to do better.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, you know, in your household, I feel that's where it takes place, in the sense of you wanting to do better than what you have right then and there.
So you think the household has more of an influence than the environment around?
Yeah, because it teaches you your leadership roles and, like, not to be a follower. Like,
I don't think there is just one answer to that question. I think everything matters.
Of course.
Like in every degree, like, even, like, obviously
not to the people that you have around you.
Like the people around you, yeah. Your fucking genes, what school you go to, specifically if you go to a bad school. Why is there a bad school? Oh, because, like, the neighborhood is, like, quote unquote bad.
Yeah.
Like, so people have, like, lesser of, I don't know, acknowledgement that the schools should be different, but they're like, oh, well, whatever, we'll just put our kids there.
Yeah, but then
It's
that
like a
also
ghetto.
comes with the, like I said, in the sense of your
Mhm.
upbringing, like in that, because I didn't grow up like, with a lot of money or whatever, but my mom, she always wanted us to have like a better life, and even though she didn't have money, she was like the parent that would literally like go to a lottery, like, when you can go to better schools in your district and everything, and try and get us in better schools than just
Good.
being like, settling for, just going to your regular school district that
Right.
that, 9 times out of 10, your kid will most likely fail, like,
Mhm.
succeeding.
Yeah.
And so, like, when I was in elementary school, I grew up in Mount Vernon, which is basically like your Newburgh of, Westchester.
Mm.
And it's not a good place at all. It's definitely to get out. I went there from the time I was, like, in pre-K to first grade.
Yeah.
And then till third grade. And then afterwards, that's when I moved to Portchester. And it was, like, not as bad as Mount Vernon, but it was like, a little better.
Mhm.
And my mom, went to the went through a lottery thing to try and get us in a better school because, like, she also looked at that in the sense of, like, the grades of the school, like, how they do.
Right.
And I got into a better school, so my school was basically predominantly white. Now that does do something to you in the sense of, I'm like, there was literally from the time I was in 3rd grade to 5th grade, I was like the only black person there.
Wow.
Yeah. But
That's
it wasn't
interesting.
bad. I've never experienced any racism, like, anything like, people
Nothing that
treating
could come
me
to your
different.
mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, nothing like too crazy. But it's just,
It's amazing.
yeah.
Seriously.
No, I can't say that I've had any, like, difficulties like that,
Mhm.
but just in that sense, me being, like, going to that school and, like, then going to middle school and then being around now everybody, like, that's like, because they only had one middle school, so basically all the different schools were in that one school, and then you branch out and you get different friends and everything.
Yeah.
High schools, yeah, that's
Mhm.
interesting. I've always wondered how that was like.
So,
doing
like,
that
you
kinda
only
type
have
of,
one
like-
middle school, one
Yeah.
high school, but then you have, like, a bunch of, like, elementary schools. So then afterwards, it's like, you all come into this one school, and then you get that's when I, like, finally seen, like, the diversity and everything like that. But then, like, the crazy thing is that I've never experienced, like, racism with, especially being in, like, elementary school and middle school with, like, white people. I actually experienced it with black people or people of color.
Racism?
Mm-hmm. Literally,
In
like,
what
they
way?
were,
Wow.
in the sense of, they were, like, they felt that I
You
was
was too
too
white.
good
Yeah.
for it, like,
Of
to be,
course.
like, hang out with them, or if I
Of
would say
course.
certain things. Like, I remember me coming into, like, high school, like I told you, I went to a predominantly white school, so that's, like, where my friends that I grew up with, that's what they
Mhm.
were. So when I didn't have any classes with them, but there was one girl that went to my school, in elementary school, and then when I finally went to, like, middle school and high school, she was there. So when I finally came back to the high school, she was like, we were cool or whatever. So she introduced me to her friends, and she, like, hung out with, people of color. And I remember they just did silly things, like trying to steal from people, and just, like, and it wasn't like me.
Yeah,
I was
you're
just like,
I'm not into this.
so one time,
Yeah.
and I did, like, actually hang out with them, and we were going to, like, this after school program, and I end up going with them, and they see this car, and the door was unlocked, and it was like, you can see the lady's purse in there, and she had, like, an iPod in there. So I was just like, and they were, like, basically going to try and steal it. So I'm like,
No.
like, you can't just ask your mom to buy you that. And they, like, took total offense to that. And I was just like,
Ooh,
yeah, like, I was just like, why do you have to steal it? Like, that's just, like, one thing that my mom told me, like, I'm not to steal. Like,
yeah.
I've never stole anything. I was just like, that was, like, and I'm like, I was always scared of, like, getting arrested. I'm like, I'm not going to jail for nobody.
Oh,
like,
No.
and,
One time. Fuck no, that's crazy.
and then after that was, like, my 9th grade year. That's, like, when literally they, like, made my, like, life a living hell. Like, because of, like, the things that I, like, I was too good for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course they do. Of course they would. That sucks.
That's a problem in our community too. Like,
Yeah. Damn.
I didn't experience that in Goshen, Goshen was predominantly white too. I experienced racism. I guess I experienced more of that outside of Goshen after I graduated. Experience because a lot of my friends, like I was like in middle school, I was friends with everybody. I was friends with the white people, the black people, Hispanic people, Mexicans, everybody. High school, my freshman year, I was still friends with everybody. But I saw a lot of more black people, like the juniors, seniors, and sophomores, and I saw. I guess it's funny to say, but black people, like, we have different, like, I guess, see, it's kind of bad, like, I'm not trying to say shades, what's the right word I'm looking for? Like, you have that one black person that's, like, oh, like, quote-unquote gang member, and he's, like, hood. You have another one that's, oh, he's like a white black kid. I got that a lot. People thought I was a white black kid. Because I talk like so proper and I don't talk like slang like
That's
that.
That's literally how it was
exactly.
with me.
Now I grew up and now I have more slang in me because I hang out with a lot of black people now. And I hang out with like people that ratchet black people, like those type of black people. I've seen them a lot. So now, like through freshman and junior, I went through a identity crisis. Because I didn't know what I want to be. I don't know if I want to be the white black person, the black person that's trying to be all hard and shit, or I'm just trying to be me.
But why does that have to define being a black person?
That's the thing. That's the problem with our community. Like, it's like, if you're not this type of black person, then you're not black. Or you are Uncle Tom.
I'm pretty sure my skin color is saying
But
something.
that's why I was, like, you know, in the sense of, back to, like, you know, the starting of the conversation of when it starts in the home, because like from a very young age, like my mom has always, like, you know, instilled in me to not be a follower and always be a leader.
That's my mom too.
And so like even when like other people, and like, you know, always like, you know, instilling in me like, you know, positive things. So like even when it came to like, you know, certain decisions that other people made and even though she's always instilling, you know, in me. And so when it came to certain decision making or like people feeling some type of way, like I always knew like I don't need to follow you because I'm gonna do my own thing. Like I don't care if you like me or not. And so that's like how I got through my days. And so I didn't really go through that like, you know, phase of like trying to find out who I am in that sense, because I feel like, you know, if it's instilled in you enough and you don't allow other people to like, you know, kind of weigh in on who you are or like who like you want to be, then I feel like that has something to do with it as well. And
that's why I kind of do agree with you that parents play both, that I don't, because it sounds like my mom, your mom are the exact same person, because my mom was very assertive, like I have to be a certain way, and I think I told Heily this, like my parents is like, I'm doing this and that, going to college, blah blah blah,
doing the very linear route.
Exactly. And they were like, I have to be this type of person. So, and you know, so, like, really I was adopted, so I didn't know, like, my real parents. So these parents are my foster parents. But I had them when I was a baby, so, like, to me, they were my parents.
Yes.
But later then, I found out that I was adopted. So then,
More vino, please.
Yes.
Oh, facts. This is bad good, too. You put me on. So then,
Here, we'll give you another shot of how it sounds like. This is for ASMR.
ASMR. Oh, yeah, that's good.
That's the sound of wine pouring in my cup.
Oh, wait, you took it off here.
Now you got it. I'm so
Can you please put that on the podcast?
We all had 2 cups. You need to have more. You need to speed up.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys, I'm already on the train ahead of you.
Oh, God. We're going to take your birthday shot here, bro.
Birthday shot.
Shot.
So, what are they talking about?
We need to go make cake too.
What was he talking about?
Oh my god, we have to make cake, guys.
Fuck, what was he talking about?
About
yeah. Okay,
it
so
starts in the home.
Yeah. So I was saying how I don't agree with that because my parents didn't really. As I got older, they influenced me, but as a kid, they did not influence me. Like my friends influenced me a lot. Yep. Like the way I am is from my friends. Like I don't think like my mom want to be this type of person, that type of person, but
but
she wasn't with me outside. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when I go to school at 6 o'clock in the morning, like I'm seeing mad different people. I'm seeing teachers. Like I only see my parents like what exactly like 5 hours a day.
Yeah,
and unless the weekend, exactly. So that's why I feel like a lot of your personality and like who you are comes out when the people you meet, blah blah blah. Like even after school, college, I was still molding to the person I am. Like when I met Heily, I was still molding to the person I am. So even now,
he was a little chickadee.
Little chickadee.
There's a little chickadee.
Like,
little lover boy. And then you done became a man.
Nah, I'm not even there yet. Like, I'm still in. Like I ain't really 25 yet. Like in my head, I always think about 25. Like exactly.
Shit is still
so
developing.
I'm still learning,
You're
making
still
mistakes.
Stupid, and I'm smarter than you right now.
So smart.
So smart. I got the sex and the age on you.
Facts.
Wisdom and boom.
Men are trash. We're trash.
So maybe I should get a little youngin, you know, like mold his brain. Ugh, I don't have time for that.
No. That's
girl,
like
I
being a
can't do
parent.
that.
Yeah, facts. You don't want that. You can't handle that. But
Can't handle that. Remember that.
I
man.
did my share of that. I'm okay.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I don't understand why you don't have it together. But
what else we want to talk about? Oh,
that's a good bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
Y'all think chivalry is dead?
Definitely. There's very few that you find nowadays. But then, you know, what's so crazy too is that there's just, I think because, like, you know, women have gotten so used to, like, you know, chivalry being dead in a sense, that they kind of are independent and kind of don't want that in a way. Or they do, but they're still like, oh, I got it. Or I can do for myself. Like, I don't need you to do this.
I don't think it's dead. Okay. Because
it's not, like, dead, but it's definitely, like, rare that you find.
I don't think women want it, like you said. So I think I agree with you. I don't think women want it because this has nothing to do with chivalry. Or maybe, I don't think so. But I was talking to a friend of mine, and we was casually having a conversation. She was telling me about some guys that she was messing with, or she knew, she was talking to. So I was like, so I asked her, like, a normal question, like, would you rather...
Oh, yeah.
You good?
Yep.
Would you rather have a guy approach you through, I guess, DMs nowadays, DMs or in person? And so she was like, she said in person or like DM. I forgot what she said, but I was like, I think more girls rather have a guy come in DMs because I've been in situations and I think it's true. Because girls, here's my thing.
Girls or women? Tell me.
No, but
No,
I was telling, we were just saying in the sense of how he was asking was chivalry dead, and I told him, like, you know, in a way, but then I feel that, like, you know, women are also in a way of, like, because they're not used to it, that they're, like, you know, so independent that they're just like, no, it's okay, I got it, and, like, you know, kind of taking that role on in a way.
On their own?
Yeah. Well,
then it'll be a bad... I mean, it'll be fine if they both do that and, like, compromise in that way, but, like, if they became, like, I'm paying for everything. Like, no, just because that's how it was back in the day doesn't mean it should be now. I shouldn't be paying for you just because that's how it was before. Like, for me, like, as a woman, as a female, like, no, I'm trying to be equal. I'm trying to make you go down.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid of me trying to be, like, at the same level.
Yeah. I like doing halfsies?
Going Dutch, man.
So, on the first date, do you guys expect the guy to pay for the first date?
Honestly, I will bring money and be ready to pay for everything. But I do honestly expect you to pay for me.
Oh yeah, because it's I think it's the right thing to do. It's a code though. It's a guy code. Like, you have to pay on the first date.
Stupid.
Oh, fast! You have to pay on the first date. Like,
that's crazy.
It's a gentleman. It's a guy code. I definitely agree with that. What was I saying? Oh, back to my thing about approaching men approaching women. I feel like women do want guys to approach them in person, but they take it the wrong way. Because, to me anyway, I see guys approach women either one at a bar, at the club. I rarely see guys approach women at, like, school or fucking on the street.
Okay,
on the street. If you're doing the street, then you're a creep apparently.
No, you have to do it the right moment. Like,
but what's the right way? So let's say I met you, like, randomly. Let's say we met each other.
Don't grab on me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's definitely a thing.
Number one.
So, like, when you meet a person, like, in person,
don't be like,
the thing is that, the first thing is you grabbing on me, that's a no-no.
Yeah.
Number two, don't be looking crazy coming to me, because then I'm just gonna be like, no. Like,
what's looking crazy? Like
licking your lips.
What if someone
doing
approached you
all
like
weird,
sweatpants or a t-shirt? Like the gray sweatpants.
Don't
the
disrespect me and be ugly and try and
Shit!
talk to me.
You're not even gonna respect the guy being ugly, trying to at least make an attempt.
No.
That's disrespectful. What? Yo, shout out to ugly guys.
I've definitely
like you're not even gonna respect the ugly guys. At least
like,
attempt and courage.
men.
He probably know he ugly too.
I respect it. I'm like, you had some balls.
He had word Destiny. That's fucked up.
She doesn't give a fuck.
Damn.
She's a hard ass bitch.
I don't.
You're a savage.
That's my diss.
You a savage.
I don't.
But okay, like this.
Does she even go here?
I do.
Now she go here. I met you in communications, right?
Yep.
I never
Yep,
approached
shout
you. I never approached you.
No, I approached you. I feel like I shut you out. I was like, you stupid.
Yeah, actually, I remember how the whole thing. So I
I
actually remember. So we was it's the first day. I think she came late. She came like OD late,
No way.
like 10 minutes late, right?
Yeah.
So I saw her,
Sounds like you.
and you know how you see someone and you're like, oh, this person's kind of cool, type shit, right? So I saw her, I was like, oh, she looks dope. So, but she would always be like late, or she would just be like coming in here and like, why the fuck am I in this class, type shit. Like that's the type of vibe I got from before I knew what she was. Yeah. So we had a project about talking about. We had to make up a topic.
An argument.
So I said about how college athletes aren't overpaid.
Mhm.
So I said we just having a conversation, I think. So I said how college athletes are overpaid. So then she came out of nowhere and was like, they're definitely overpaid. Like what?
This is from what
So
I
then-
understand. I'm definitely wrong right now.
So then
Yeah,
I was like,
I'll say that because
I'll
I
say
was
that on
like,
the
they
record
don't
right now.
care.
I was 100% young and naive and stupid. I didn't
came
have
to
the
my way of
facts.
thinking. So she was like, what? You're totally wrong. So then we was kind of going back and forth, but not really.
Not really.
But
Yeah.
like it was like a little debate.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I was like, she's dope. And then as luck was have it, we ended up being partners in a project. And then that's when we just
In a
like
group of people.
And that's how we just like became friends. See, like that way
Do you
to
remember
me,
our subject? Where our topic was? Do you remember?
the Kardashians, right?
Oh my
Bro,
gosh.
it was so
No.
last minute that we didn't know what the fuck to write about for the first 2 weeks. And our project, we had to have a project within like 4 weeks. The first 2 weeks, we didn't even read up for the first 2 weeks, bro.
I can't.
No,
Like-
why did you bring him into that?
Bro, no, but we didn't have a topic.
Convinced. I was like, yo, we
Like,
just gotta
we didn't
show
have
them
a
that
topic,
we actually do
bro.
have a business. We didn't have a topic.
Mm-mm.
We fucking
Yo.
sucked. It was horrible.
Yo, it
We're
was so
lucky,
last minute.
Brie, that we got.
Yeah, we got a B
honestly.
plus. Like we got
Okay,
lucky.
that's good.
Mm-hmm.
We got so lucky because that shit was so unorganized. We only met once.
Oh my gosh.
But
We only
we
met
like
once.
spoke. Like,
Yeah, me and her
that
always
was-
spoke.
I was like, let's hang out. You're my new friend.
And then we just ended up being friends after that. See, like that's a normal.
That's
That's
a
Interaction.
normal.
That's how it
exactly.
starts.
That's how it's supposed
That's
to
how it
start.
That's how I think it should be. But
Right. It's natural. Like,
But
don't.
the thing is,
but some guy. Okay, it's like.
it takes time
yes, but
that
like,
people don't want to give.
but most people like,
But people like to
even
live
if
in
you
the
approach
moment.
me on the street, like that's the thing.
Right.
Like it's mostly on appearance that people do it. It's
Right.
not. You
Of
don't
course.
know me.
Nope.
You don't even know. I can be the most shallowest
You got pee
person.
again, brother?
No.
Oh.
Calm the fuck down.
I'm about to say.
You're not peeing out all your alcohol.
For
Sit
real.
down.
It's your birthday, bro.
Listen,
Well, not yet, but.
You
Almost.
hold it.
guys, it's almost my birthday. I'm not telling you how old I'm gonna be, but it's soon.
But it's just like you're not going off of.
So
you
if
don't
guy
know how
approached
I
you,
am.
so if guy approached you in like
Hmm.
a hat, Gucci glasses, a nice shirt and pants, and like some Jordans.
I hate your
That
names.
did,
That would
that
totally
that's
blow me
like
away
that's
right
what
now.
I'm saying. Like it's
Mhm.
literally like I'm not into
No.
that like type of
No.
thing. Like literally, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. Like you can literally
But you just
can
said
make
appearance,
a
though.
freaking huh?
But you just said appearance matters.
In the sense of don't come to me looking crazy. Like
What's
like,
crazy?
Crazy to me is like
Besides
you
ugly,
looking
what's
like
crazy?
you looking like really hood, like bummy or something like that. Like that's just like
Mm.
just come together. Like I was always taught, like to come out the house looking presentable at least. Like
Yo,
so
your mom
don't-
sounds like just like my mom. That is
so
That's how my
don't
mom
like
was. Always dressing us up,
for real.
always making sure
Yeah.
we look right. Like my mom offered to pay
Like-
for my hair to get colored. She's like, "This will look so nice on you." I'm like, "I'm okay, Mom."
Facts.
like, there's no such thing as, like, me walking outside and, like, a scarf. Like, not, like, you know how, like, people wear them,
The
like,
bonnets?
now, like, you know,
Yeah.
with, like, the little knots and stuff.
Yeah.
Not like that. But if you were just to come outside and, like, a headscarf, my mom didn't play those games. I was not, like, I mean, that's not even me. I can't even imagine myself doing that.
Mm.
But it's just, like...
Oh, my God.
I say that now, but I've walked out the
No.
house with my do-rag on. I'm not gonna hold you.
Really?
Yeah, but I did it once, and my mom looked at me crazy.
Yeah.
But then after that, like, I just kept doing. Well, I think it depends. Like, I walked out of the house with my do-rag going to like Walmart or some shit like that. Like, no one crazy,
yeah.
or going to my friend's house.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not going to like the mall with a do-rag. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, that's crazy. But if I'm going to my friend's crib, or if I'm going like somewhere sleep over, I'm in my like you're in pajamas.
Yeah.
You comfortable? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're comfortable because you know where you're going. You're
Yeah.
not going out to see
True.
someone you're gonna meet for the
Yeah.
first time.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So in that sense, I do agree with you.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, to me, if a man would approach a woman in public, the woman is going to look at that man like they're a creep. Like, why are you approaching me in public? You don't know me type shit.
I appreciate when I'm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like
It's.
DMs is more acceptable because
Or we-
at least you're not seeing that person in front of you. And also, it goes with your
It's
approach. Like,
less
you can't
like-
just
Yeah,
pull up and be like,
exactly.
yo, you mad, pretty.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you say, like, hey, blah, blah, like, I've sent people's DMs, and I've done it
It's happened.
casually.
I never like.
And
Or,
it's either
like-
it goes good, or they just leave me on
It's
red.
just literally the way that you do it. Like,
Mhm.
even in public. Like, if you come and you grab me, like, hey, beautiful. Like,
No.
why are you touching me, first off?
Yeah.
Right.
Second off, why are you calling me beautiful?
Mhm.
Thank you. I take the compliment, but, like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
don't
I
need to
don't
be
find,
doing that.
I feel like
I
it's
can't
an
respond to
alternative
that.
motive. Like, I don't think
Right.
you want to really get to know me. If
Mhm.
anything, I feel that you thought I was, like, you know,
You gotta respond
nice
to
looking,
that.
and then
Mhm.
I'm gonna give you a response, and then, like, you see where it goes from there in the sense of, like,
Being
how,
vain.
yeah, literally, just, like, and you're not even trying to get to actually know me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
So it's like,
Don't compliment me right away.
yeah.
That's
Don't
definitely
compliment you right away?
Don't.
No.
I don't think
I
I've ever
know
complimented
Just say
you
what
right
I
away.
hello.
am,
Just say
first of all.
hello. Like, you
The
know.
pretty ladies in the house know who they're pretty. I mean, we're all pretty. We're all pretty.
Yeah, in our own
Yeah.
way.
But
Yeah, real quick. Try to do that real
people be
quick.
sensitive out there. I'm sorry.
Yo, I've said people are mad sensitive nowadays, bro.
Sorry, seriously.
That's one of the problems with the world today. People are too sensitive for me.
Don't at me.
Like, too sensitive. Nah, fuck out of here. You good. But wait, so
But
do you think there's ever an okay time for a female to approach a man? Because,
what?
okay, like, approach, like, you know how men approach women? Like, do you
Right.
think it's okay for a female to approach men? For
For a
example,
woman to approach a man.
like, yeah, or like say something to like get a man's sense. Like, for example, right? I was at Dunkin' Donuts, right?
Mhm.
And this girl at the window gave me the thing, and she was like, "Here's your coffee. Have a nice day. Stay cute." And it caught me off guard because I was like,
That's cute.
you know what I'm saying? So, and it's
Love
funny,
that.
and it's funny
That's
because
you wouldn't expect it.
yeah, I didn't expect it from a female.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, I can see a man doing that to a female over the window, but the fact that she did to me, because I paused, I was like,
Like,
Oh.
wait, what?
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
If that
So
was like something random like that, it just came from someone who like looked decent looking, especially if it was like someone working at Taco Bell. I'm like, you too. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just my personality,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't take it like seriously.
Yeah.
That's
oh yeah, I
the
didn't
thing.
take it serious because
You
I was
know,
like, oh,
right. I'm sure
probably-
you wouldn't because you're a guy.
Yeah,
but
'cause-
some women are like, squeeze me.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it wouldn't be
What?
like that. No, I would definitely.
Yeah,
be
I'd be like,
full
yo,
of
that's
that
funny.
sense.
You know what I'm saying?
For
Like,
real.
so yeah. So you think?
Like, chill the fuck out, people.
Wait. So do you think it's okay for females to, I guess, make the first move? Is that a better term?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah,
Why
Make the
not?
first
Like,
move.
In the
I
sense
make the
of
first
even
move all
when,
the time.
like, when you say you're even meeting a guy at a bar, like when you're like,
Psych.
uh,
I'm not letting you go with that one.
you're
It
like,
happens,
Wait, you
though.
said at a bar?
I'm like, listen.
yeah. So say like you're at a bar or whatever.
I've
and-
never seen a female make a first move at a bar,
No, I'm just saying,
Oh.
just in the sense of like
unless they're drunk.
you
They keep
having
going.
a
Oh, no, it's
regular
happened.
conversation, like, you know.
Oh, like a
Yeah,
normal
like, yeah,
conversation.
literally, that
Yeah.
like that's how I would expect someone to try to approach me, if anything. Like, you
Those
know,
are dope
like,
conversations too.
like don't even like, not that you like literally saw me, you're coming over here to talk to me. Like, literally,
Yeah.
you're sitting there, I come over there, we're literally just having a conversation, like we're drinking,
Mhm.
talking, like it's like just a good time and a good vibe. It's not like
Right.
anything like,
It's not press.
oh, like, yeah, like you're pressing me, like, you know, that
Yeah,
we
facts.
like, oh, let me get your number, or like, you know, let's go from there. Now, if we started off with a conversation and I kind of get to see like how you are, and then you ask me for my number, that's something totally different than you just like literally coming up to me and approaching me. Like, that's like how I look at the situation of, I would rather it be in person than in a DM, but because still that person doesn't know you, they literally know like what they see.
Yeah, no matter what, they don't know you.
Yeah, they don't know
way,
you, but it's just like, you know.
Yeah,
but true. I feel that in a DM, it's kind of the same thing as if a person was approaching you with exactly just like in person, but you know, like.
Yo, Karan is so hurt that I'm recording this podcast without him.
He'll be okay.
I was gonna say your boys are probably gonna be so pissed.
Yo,
like, dude, it's
nah,
like,
I told Keem. I didn't tell Karan.
Mm.
So Karan was like, "Yo, why you recording without us?"
Here? Yeah.
He's mad tight. Shout out to Karan and the Keem. Chef Keem.
Shout out.
Shout out. Yeah. I wouldn't want to meet someone at a bar or a club because I know exactly why you're
there.
I know exactly why you're there.
For real?
Yes, absolutely. Like,
I met some dope people.
I feel like it's just for a good time.
It's just for a good time.
Well, alright, not necessarily like a bar, maybe a club. Because just like you said, like
some bars are nice.
Like, some bars are you literally, and then
true.
Like I said, if it's like an interaction, like of you just like having a conversation with a person, that's like something totally different. But like usually, like when you go to a club, it's just like you just looking for like a quick thing, like, you know, something that's just fun. Like you're not looking to actually find someone, like who literally goes to the club to like find somebody to like, you know, be with. That's, you don't find anything that's like long lasting.
So you think people go to the club to find like something that's a quick thing for that night? Yeah,
just it. That's it. I mean, if it happens to turn into something more than that, then yeah, that's cool. But I feel like you going to a club, no one just goes to the club to actually find someone to like.
That's not a thing that you
be
do.
With. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. A bar, perhaps. A bar is more likely than a bar. I don't know. No, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you, because the people I've met, I will have like extendedly talked. That's not true. Actually, I have met someone at like a social gathering, and we was like drinking and stuff.
At a club?
And we ended up talking. No, not at a club, at a party.
Yeah, see? But it's like...
But I think a party is the same thing. Like, you meet someone at a party, y'all drinking.
I mean, but it depends on what kind of party. There's different
But we
kinds
didn't
of
really do
parties.
nothing. Like, we just met. And then the next day, we just talked and shit, and we ended up talking. But, no, I hear you. Yo, so much for you looking for, like, topics.
Sorry, I just got a really good, like...
Yeah, I like when my friends are on their phones.
Facts. Another thing.
I hate you.
That's another good topic.
Wow.
That's another good topic. I really feel like 95...
Can I have my cup back?
95% of this generation cannot stay off their phone. I'm one of them. I know I can.
Yeah.
I know I can stay off my phone if I wanted to. Unless I'm playing...
I actually can.
Really? Unless I'm playing a sport. Unless I'm like if I'm playing a sport, I can stay off my phone. If I'm playing 2K, I can definitely stay off my phone.
Yeah.
But if I'm not doing, if I'm just sitting down or laying down, I might get on my phone. Unless I'm sleeping. If I'm sleeping, I might just chill.
Well, if you're sleeping.
No, but I'm talking about like when you're not, like you're laying
like
down.
laying
You say you're
down,
sleeping,
okay.
but you're not sleeping. Like if I was to lay down in this bed right now, I'm probably gonna go on my phone like 10 times.
Scrolling.
Yeah, and just scroll.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm really talking.
What? Right.
Oh, I said that I don't think it's bad if you meet someone at a bar in a club.
Right, but it depends like what your vibe is, like what
Yeah,
you're trying
that's
to
it.
look.
That's it.
Yeah.
What do you mean what do you mean your vibe?
It literally all depends on, to me, your approach. That's it.
Okay, so so this approach.
Mm-hmm.
So at a club, right, or a bar, there's a girl that's she's showing a lot of skin, okay? So if a guy were to approach her some type of way, like a rude way, let's say he just grabbed her type shit and wanted to dance with her, that's considered rude. It is rude no matter what. He's rude for doing that shit.
Yeah.
Wait, why does it matter what she's wearing?
So you think it shouldn't matter what girls are wearing?
No! Are you fucking kidding me?
See? We have different topics. Alright, come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You think women deserve to be held up
No,
like that?
See? That's the thing.
That's
I didn't say that.
So
I did not say that.
You didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
So
I
why
didn't
does
say
it
that.
matter, though?
My whole thing is, I think women are just like confused. Like, you go out the house showing a lot of skin, and like you basically have your titties out, right? Nothing wrong with that. You have your titties out.
Okay.
You can't be surprised, or you can't be if something happens.
Yeah, men are disgusting.
You know what I'm saying?
Vile.
Men are disgusting, but like you can't be surprised. Like you're basically inviting
So it's
men
okay
to be
if
like,
it happens?
it's not okay. But what I'm saying is that,
I
like, you know what I'm trying to say?
No, like, all right. So this is the way that I think about it, in the sense of, all right. So you know how, not saying that, just putting it out there.
They can do what
Not
they want.
saying
Like,
that- not
I'm all
saying
for
that
women to do what they
women,
want. They can do
you
exactly
know,
what they
are
want.
asking for it, like, you know,
And they're
this
not
or any
asking for it.
attention, or like,
But
you know,
why are
this
they
sort of
dressing
thing.
like that?
But even when it comes to like
No.
athletes, or like, you know, them saying that they don't want it, like, the thing is like, you know, because like, say you were an athlete, and like, literally because you have money, and you know, whatever, you have nice things, I'm gonna approach you, and basically, because of who you are, not well, because it's because of what you have, not because of who you are.
Mad money.
So I'm just gonna basically be around you. But then the second that, like, you know, I'm throwing myself at you basically, but then when I actually want something from you, that's when it becomes an issue. And that's what I don't like about, like, you know, that females do, in a sense. Like, because it's just like, even in that situation of what I'm wearing, like, you wearing something like that, it's automatically gonna cause like attention. Now the way that it's like, you don't want that type of attention, but just know, like, be prepared. Like, if you're gonna wear something revealing, be prepared that you know it's going to happen because of what you're wearing and what it's associated with.
Right.
That's my only thing.
Facts.
So just like, even when you have, like, you know, an athlete, and like all the, like, the women are like throwing themselves at you, and when he actually wants something from you, don't be surprised. That's my only thing. Like, you know, yeah, no means no, but when the opportunity presents itself, don't, like, you know, act like you be all shocked, like, oh my gosh, this was not supposed to happen, or what I thought of it.
I feel like some of those
Because-
cases are very like, as like an extreme case of those happening. Sometimes like men do approach women like, well, she was just wearing a skirt, like.
No, that's
doesn't-
stupid.
yeah,
No.
like-
it's stupid.
No,
No, I
that's
agree.
like,
No, I
of
completely
course.
agree with you.
Like,
But
it's very.
I'm
I
just
completely
saying, in
agree
the
with you.
sense of, like, you know, for females, like, you know, if that was, like, you know, to happen, like, you know, just be aware.
Yeah,
like,
just be aware.
because, like,
Like,
with, like, even me, like, I don't have, like, you know, much, I don't have, like, an ass or anything, but I do have boobs, so certain things that I wear, I'm like, all right, let me make sure, like, you know, I cover up in a certain if I'm not wanting that type of attention.
exactly.
Like, it's like, you know, I cover up certain things, like, you know, especially being, like, you know, going out and stuff, I'm just like, if you don't want that type of attention, don't draw it to yourself.
Exactly.
Now, if you want it and you want to flaunt it, hey, by
Do
all
what you gotta
means,
do,
do
yeah.
what you want.
Yeah, I'm not hating. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a
Right.
bad thing, but I'm just saying,
No, definitely.
like, the surprise.
I mean, the awareness is there. Obviously.
I don't think it's there.
There's a lot of Me Too. Well, not everyone's woke. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wait, what'd you say?
Not
Not
everyone's
everyone's
woke.
woke.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's the thing. Like,
some
a lot of
women
people
have
think,
no
like,
idea.
You to be woke.
Like,
Like,
facts.
come on.
I'm saying.
It's 2019.
It's 2019, exactly.
for real.
So
Honestly.
that's all my thing. I feel like we talked about a lot of women, so I think the women are gonna bash me. So let's talk about men.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk
I'm gonna
about
defend men. I'm gonna defend some men. Come on, hit me with it. I'm gonna defend the men over here.
I don't think you can.
Probably can't, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I probably can't defend them, but I'm gonna try it.
It's just like,
I
it's
don't know
really
how-
nice that you think you can.
I don't know how I'm
guess.
defending it, but I'm gonna try it.
I would love to know everything.
What you wanna know?
I don't know.
This is so hard.
It is
I'll
because
tell you
I'm like,
everything about men and why we do it.
you know, I feel a lot of the times that like it's like me because I'm like not like a instigator or whatever, but like not committed person.
I was
I'm not-
like,
I'm not
that.
committed.
That's literally what I was
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
think.
not really that committed
I'm just
either.
like, I don't know if I want this, but it is nice. But for like this one time, like that's great. 2 times, 3 times, but don't make it a thing time. You know,
I think you're an exception though, because a lot of females
aren't that way.
aren't that way. Like, a lot of females think, and that's the thing. Like, sex is such a powerful thing, bro. Like, the minute you guys have sex, it could either be like,
Make
okay,
or
we
break
had
it.
sex, that's it,
Yeah,
I'm out.
Mhm.
Or it's like, oh, we had sex, I have to be with this person.
yeah,
Type shit.
yeah. And
Like,
that's,
sex
those,
is
are
such
the,
a-
those are the
such a-
expectations.
That's
Exactly.
so
the water.
crazy.
It
It's
is
crazy.
horrible.
Like, it's
Nah,
either
that's so
it's going this
crazy.
way or we're together. Like,
But it just
Same,
depends on,
think
like, you
that
know, the
way.
person though. That's
but
literally.
it's such a rare case to find a person that's only intimate about, like, oh, we just, like, we're not dating, we just have sex. Like, we're good friends, she's a dope person, but I'm not looking for anything more, just to have a good time.
It's so
like,
hard because like emotions.
not a lot of
get
people
muddled
like that
up in
anymore.
there. It happens.
Or it's like now people are honest about it. Like
Right.
people rather fake a relationship
Mm-hmm.
and say it together instead of just saying, honestly, all we do is just have sex. And that's it. Like
That's
if people don't be honest
It's
about
Just a
that.
good time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not
Like
here for
there's
a long
no-
time. Just a good time.
Just a good time, and then
That's
after
it.
it's done, it's
Until I
Good
find
time.
someone that I want to be here for a long time with.
Yeah.
Right now, it's
Literally.
just a good
Exactly.
time.
literally.
I was
That's
telling that
it.
to my friends the other day. Like I was talking about that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? He doesn't even have Facebook or social media. And, you know what? I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
You don't say names out here, Haley.
Never. Anyways, talking about this guy to my friends, and they asked me if I was really interested in him. Like, what was I thinking? I'm like, honestly, like, I don't fucking care. Like, it seems nice. The idea of. Ooh, sorry.
I saved it.
Guys, they were
That
ignoring
volume
me.
case. Can we hear you?
Yo, Haley's lit. I'm not even through my phone like that. Mad disrespectful.
Me too. It fell out of my hands.
It fell out of your hand.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm like, damn.
I felt that.
I felt that. I'm like,
How I just
no.
broke my teeth.
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys like that sound of the phone hitting the carpet? On the
Oh my
wood?
god.
ASMR. You should get into that.
Wait, continue your story. What happened with the guy? What he do?
Oh no. My friends were just like asking me if I was into
Oh,
it,
how
and
you
I just
into
told them
it.
honestly, like, no, like I'm so good in where I am right now. Like, I'm better off in my own space and like doing my own thing and figuring my own shit out than like trying to do it with someone there. Also, like,
But that's like a thing with like girls, and that's why
They don't stay where it's like it's good. Like
Yeah,
What do you
not,
mean?
not
a lot of girls try to go
necessarily.
above and beyond.
mm,
Like,
Mhm.
here's my
But
thing.
even
No, keep going. You
but
listening?
even with your friend, like with a friend, like they like automatically assume that you have to like because you like this person or you've been with this person that you have to
continue.
like continue to
Yeah.
stay with this person.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like they don't accept the fact that you're just having a good time.
Yeah.
Like, in the sense of like, guys are more understanding about that. But like when it comes to like women, females, they're just like
Oh, they were so excited. Like, no, good. You shouldn't have to. Like, just go with your gut. If you don't
No,
feel
so
it, you don't
that's
feel
so
it.
good.
Yeah.
But
And I
no,
was
a lot
thank
of them
God.
are
I
just
was
like,
oh,
they're
validated.
like, oh no, like you should be like, your main thing is like to find a relationship.
Yeah, I
to
have
be
friends like
with.
that. Yeah, for
And
sure.
I'm just like, that's not what it's all about. Like
Mhm.
literally, like who wants to be tied all their life, like going from relationship to relationship?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that's just like a lot.
That's a
Nope.
fact.
Don't do it. Don't do
What was I
it.
talking about? What was I about to say? Yo, I stay losing my train of thought.
It's okay. It happens to me too.
That's why you have to have a notebook like me.
I usually do have a notebook. I just have
I
notes.
don't know where my pen went.
It's in the book.
Oh man! I forgot
way.
what I
Oh,
was
what'd
gonna
you do?
say.
You
I didn't
put
take
it in there.
I forgot what I was
Dante
gonna
took
say.
it.
I didn't take
There
nothing,
it is.
bro.
Okay. All right, Haley took it.
What did you say, Haley?
I
Talk
said,
about the guy.
so my friends were like saying, like, yeah, man, if you're not into him, then like, just whatever, dude, do whatever you want. Don't make it anything serious. I'm like, all right, yeah, you're right. I'm a human, okay? That's the thing.
I feel you. I feel you. Yo, I totally forgot my train of thought, so we can move on.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll probably come back to me.
People who fucking suck up your life. Things that suck up your life. Not even just people. Like, let's not even just bash people. Like, what are we doing that's sucking up our life? Something that we could probably, like, change to do better for ourselves. Like, what could you
Sucking
think?
up life?
Like, yeah.
Trying to live up to other people's expectations.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a life sucker right there.
In itself.
So
What?
why are you bashing the young guys for saying living up to other people's expectations?
Because
Well,
you shouldn't
older
get
people-
fucking care. That's the thing. Who
Exactly.
cares what they think?
No, I agree with you. I agreed, but I'm just saying I understand where they're coming from. Because we live in a society where if you don't go to college and you don't get a good job, then you ain't doing shit with your life. But I've grown to understand there's some people in this life that is just fine with having the bare minimum. They're fine to work in that shop. They're fine to working at Walmart.
Well, we need those people.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So why is everyone
Yeah.
trying to push people to be better than like?
It doesn't hurt. That's the
only
thing. The
thing-
only reason is because there's inequality. Okay?
Yeah.
There's more worker bees out there supporting this giant like fucking like corporations, big pharma, like big agriculture, like there's like all these things are just driving a lot of people down. This huge disparity between classes, fucking huge. We haven't had this since the 1920s. I'm telling you, this shit's insane.
It's just repeating itself.
The middle class is gonna like disappear.
It's completely
you think
disappear.
So? I'm middle
Absolutely,
class.
it's insane. And
I know.
And then we wonder
like that we will.
We wonder why poor communities do like have higher percentages of crime.
That's literally what the Great Depression was. It was literally the disappearance of the middle class. It was if you're
not
poor, you're
money.
already poor. You're not. You can't get no poorer than that.
Yep.
But the rich stayed rich. Is the middle class that basically makes the world go round. Like literally,
we're the one that buy things.
We're the
we make it, we buy it.
Exactly. That's
it.
Shit. So if we're not there.
True.
And then what is it going to take? Another war for us to get out of debt?
We're not going to go to... Wait, so you guys think... you guys think we're going to go to war soon?
That's how we got out of the... That's how we got out of the Depression was World War II.
I don't think we're going to war.
The production of weapons that they had to make for it, that's what basically made us, start...
Like, jobs.
It brought jobs for us, and that's when women started to become more involved because now they had to send the men out to go to war, so the women were doing more
Is that a fact?
So yeah, it is.
It is.
So I'm just picking your topic in your brain right now. It sounds like you're alluding that since this women power movement came about, that you're kind of alluding that we're about to go to war soon.
I'm not saying that we're gonna go to war soon, but what I do see, I really don't know what's going to happen, but I'm like, and everything that's going on now, I honestly feel that everything is moving backwards in a way.
That's a topic about history repeating stuff, kind of.
Yeah, literally. But like, even in even in my workplace, like even and just in general, everything is like, I feel like, I literally see it like happening that everything is just moving backwards. Like we think that we're moving forward, but like literally in all reality, I don't think that that's what's happening. It's literally like just a backwards thing. And it's kind of scary in a way of like, how far back are we going to go?
I think, that's hard to say because like, I think there have been a lot of changes. I mean, like there have been more equality, between like a lot of people happening and like rights to marriage. Like it's taking a long time for it to all to happen, but I don't know.
I don't have a take on it. I don't think we're going to war because I don't think anyone will smoke. They don't want to smoke with us.
You think so? I honestly
only reason why I think so.
What's so crazy? I honestly feel that like compared to other countries.
No, we ain't shit. Like we
that's
suck.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm just like,
I don't understand.
They will like.
But my thing is,
they don't
why
want
you
to mess with us?
My
maybe
thing,
because of
why
it?
are they waiting? Exactly. Why do they want to mess with us? I feel like they think we have something secret hiding. Like I feel like
I
they think.
Like as like
because they really hate
smart
us,
as these these Asians and these Indians are like in that sense like they're doing. I'm like. Really? Like, I don't feel that we shouldn't be doing, like, certain things to, like, even try and agitate them in that way.
I'm not fighting no war.
I saw Olympus Has Fallen. That scared the shit out of me. I'm like, yo, this is, like, way too real.
I think you're, like, automatically, like, if they have to draft your...
Bro, they're not fighting me. Like, they're not fighting me.
You
I'm
better
not
go to
fighting
Canada.
no war. I'm going to Canada. I'm going somewhere,
You're not
bro.
gonna fight?
I'm not fighting.
You better become a woman.
Who am I fighting for? Facts. Who am I fighting for? I'm not fighting for nobody.
You're probably gonna be like equal rights and get women up in there.
I'm gonna fight for my family, my friends, but I'm not fighting for all these other people.
I'll be up in there.
Oh, I'm not.
Nah,
absolutely not. I always said
I'm about
that.
to go to DR or something. I'm not fighting.
I don't want no parts.
I don't want no parts.
Sorry. I mean,
I'll be the bitch that day. I'll be a bitch that day.
I wouldn't even be those people who like drop drone bombs on people. Like that's insane.
Yeah, get off your phone. Gosh.
You can't help it.
How long have we been talking for? 26.
How long have we been talking for?
An hour and 26.
Oh wow.
See, you don't see how much long you talk about when you do a podcast. Like, you just be talking.
Well, you do edit some things, right?
Oh yeah, but it's still like a good amount.
Just like bouncing like how to cook things. Stop giving a fuck.
How do y'all feel about drug dealers?
What about them?
Yeah.
Do you think they should be locked up?
What drug dealers? What
Depends on what you're dealing.
I don't have my glasses. People that sell weed, do you think they should be locked up?
No.
What about coke? What about Molly?
Crack. No.
You know what's crazy? The only reason like someone would be like biased towards something is if they haven't or have tried it. I've tried not coke, but I don't think it's that serious. But
You don't think coke is that serious?
I don't know.
I think it's horrible. Like I would never be with someone or like be around someone who does it. But I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of gross actually. Yeah, fuck that. I was in Boston in a cafe. Some guy.
But I feel that I think the worst would be probably like crack.
Oh fuck
No.
yeah!
Oh, definitely crack.
Yeah, so
Heroin.
not really like if you're like.
Alright, so besides crack,
crack,
I think we all agree crack is like
Nasty.
that's like
trash.
Like,
And heroin.
yeah.
Crack and heroin.
heroin. Yeah.
Them two, nah.
So those two, yeah, but like for Molly, weed, no, I don't feel like they should go to jail.
Yeah.
I feel like even when they get busted with and they want to do that whole thing, I'm like, that's really stupid.
Because I'm a component where like if you gotta make money, you gotta make money. So if you're selling weed to make money, I have no reason to judge you. Like if you want to sell weed to make money, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't I don't want you like I wouldn't want my kid to sell weed, obviously, or coke, nothing. But if I had a friend that sells weed, I'm not gonna look at them no type of way. I just tell them like, just don't bring your shit in my car.
That's it.
But if you want to sell weed, make money, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? People gotta make money nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's just like mind your own business.
No.
Oh yeah,
No,
and
that's
I'm
like,
a big component. Of
as long as it doesn't have
business.
to involve me, that's it. I don't
Exactly.
really care.
Yeah.
That's literally how like even when it comes to like gay people, I'm like, mind you, I'm not gay. I don't have anything against them, but just if you go that way and you know that I'm not, keep yourself that way, and that's it. Like we're good. But so in the sense of even when it comes to drugs, if you're a drug dealer,
What do you mean keep yourself that way?
Huh?
What do you mean like don't hit on
like
you?
yeah, like in the sense
Oh.
of don't try and like a lot of, like a thing about like a lot of gay people is that they like, especially if you're just strictly like you like one sex, they try and turn you out. Like if it's like a dyke girl, their main goal is to basically not go to someone that's gay. They want to try and basically turn a straight person out, and that's like their whole mentality of like and it's a lot. And I know like a lot of them that actually try and do that. Like you let them know, and they're like, oh, maybe I can like change your mind.
Yeah, except
If you just come over to like my side and you'll see it, maybe I can change your mind. No.
Yeah, I haven't ever approached a group of lesbians like that. That's some crazy like shit. I do get upset though when gay men come up to me and think it's okay to touch me because they're like gay.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, you're still a dude. I don't fucking care. You do not have the right to touch me just because like that's I don't.
You don't like people
you.
touch
I don't
you.
like.
No, I don't. Yeah, me either.
You only be in touch
really
if you don't.
like.
And
if you don't know
especially
me, like, don't
if
touch
I don't
me.
like you, oh my gosh, do not touch me.
Yeah.
Like I literally like boil on the inside.
Mhm.
I'm like, just do not
I've
touch
been
me.
grabbed by the waistband from like with
Oh,
a
that's so
dude at a
gross.
dance at a dance floor at a club, and I was like, you do not just fucking grab a woman by the waistband. I'm like, no, you don't touch me. I don't fucking know you. And he's like, I thought you wanted to dance. I'm like, no,
not with you. With
I'm not to
Ew.
come to defense for the guy.
Why?
Nah, I don't do that. Actually, I haven't done that since I was a
by
little
her
kid.
like.
I haven't done that since I was like in high school. But
I
This
would
was in
dead,
high school,
I would dead slap
homie.
you.
oh no, I used to do that in high school. Definitely in high school I used to do that.
I would definitely turn
Nope.
around.
But you know,
That's so gross.
that
It's creepy.
just depends on like a stupid
How
person
fucked up,
because
yeah,
literally
exactly.
it's creepy.
the second
Yeah.
that you touch me, I'm like, who is touching me? I'm looking behind me like,
Mhm.
But
You do
like,
not
but you know,
get
it's
that.
funny. Like 25% women are like okay with that, but they always turn around to make sure that you're not ugly though. If you're not ugly, you're valid. But if you're
Oh
ugly,
yeah, sure. No, I don't
no,
care.
me, I don't care
Doesn't
who you
matter.
are. I'm like,
You're not
why are you touching
rubbing your
me?
junk on me. You're not touching me. You're not up on me like that. Like, nope. Nope. Dancing.
nah, I agree.
I don't dance like
I
that.
agree.
Women, please. So sad. Because there's men who are doing this shit. because you think it's okay.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
crazy.
I guess consent is consent, right?
Consent's a big thing now.
It's a huge thing.
It's a huge thing now.
Good. Dude, I, like, honestly, like, to be real for real, like, I was with my friend, to see Childish Gambino, and we were just talking about all of this, and, like, it occurred to me at the moment that, like, in some degree, one way or another, I've been, like, sexually, like, harassed or assaulted from the age I started to even have my first leg hair. You know what I mean? It's like that disgusting. Like, I remember walking this down New Jersey around my cousin's, like, neighborhood, and I was, I don't know, like, 13, 14 years old, wearing like, a cute outfit, but 14 years old, mind you, so, like, don't be fucking gross, dude. Like, getting, like, honked at and, like, be like, hey, sexy, like, catcalled. That was my first experience. At 13. I don't know what that was. And then it just kept progressively got worse. Like, at, like, 14 years old, I remember some guy in my class, like, we had these bracelets that, like, were made out of plastic, and apparently if you broke it from a girl, she would have to give you sex or, like, a blowjob or whatever. And
those little jelly...
Yeah. And I was not part of that, but he, like, broke my... I didn't know that's what it meant. I didn't do shit, obviously, because I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But, like, he, like, literally put his hands on me in, like, ways I will not, like, I don't care, like, to, like, repeat or, like, relive it. Like,
I fought a boy for that.
And, like, I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Like, I was confused. Like, this is what, like, we women, like, come across in such a fucking young age, bro, okay? Like, we already now I think that you only want me because I look cute. Mm-hmm. So now I only think about the way I look. Now I don't care about what I do. Now I'm only chasing a guy because he thinks I'm pretty. Like, now I don't have any value in myself. And, like,
you know what's
it's
so
insane.
Sad is that you have, like role models now and, like, you know, certain women that are, like, you know, coming up. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't leave
it's different now. It wasn't like that back then.
Image. Yeah, like, in the sense of you have people like, for instance,
the screwing these women get.
Yo, this is funny because I literally saw that music video. Mm-hmm. And the music video Twerk with Cardi B. I don't know if you saw the music video.
Oh, wait, the Chris Brown one?
No, so the City Girls is a group of ratchet girls. Mm-hmm. I hate the word ratchet, by the way, but it's a group of black girls, and they just promote basically scamming guys, scamming niggas, and, like, giving them money.
Like having sex for money.
Sex with them for money.
Like, you know, you giving me things. Remember I was telling you how, like, you know, Justina was like, how that's, like, the people that she was, like, you know, looking up, like, to, and, like, saying that she's going to be, like, a savior, and I told her, I'm like, that's not, like, you know, what you're supposed to do. Like, I'm like, you have to have some type of, like, respect and, like, you know, like, have some substance about you. Like, don't sit there and just make it, like, you know, about just that. I'm like, that shouldn't be someone that you look up to. But then you have, like, you know, there are, like, a large percentage of girls nowadays that literally, like, you know, do that. And I feel that. And I feel that because of that, it literally kind of, like, you know, shapes the way that, like, men look at women in that sense. Like, you know, if you're sitting there and you're, like, promoting, like, you're promoting sex, like, to basically get what you want or, like, you know, get ahead in life and, like, you know, using what you have just for that.
That's why I don't really like these Instagram models. Like,
that's it. Like,
I don't like that because most of the models, they're only there to show their bodies. Like, you have a nice body, so you can flaunt on Instagram, and it's all over the feeds. So men see it, men's gonna follow it, and I'm thinking, oh wow, this woman's bad. Like, I only want a woman for that, which makes my theory believe that that's why men cheat a lot because we have. It was my theory about the Adam and Eve shit. How. Here's my theory about when men cheat. I feel like men are more...
Why men cheat?
Like, men are more like Eve. Like, we're the Eve. Like, you know how Eve was supposed to...
You're saying. You guys are tempted. You want to do it. You have no control.
We're the Eve and you guys are Adam.
Just suddenly don't have any control. First of all, Adam and Eve is a theory, right? It's a Bible. The Bible is a book. It's not, like, facts, right? We still don't have facts for any of this.
Okay, keep going.
So don't say, like...
No, but that's
Adam and Eve
okay, like but it's still a theory.
The theory... That's bullshit.
Why is it bullshit?
Because it's just like, you have better control than that. Why don't we cheat more?
Actually, I think women do cheat. They're just a little...
We do, though.
They do cheat, like, mostly... Well, probably even the same amount or maybe more. They're just very careful and more like smarter about
Yeah,
their
y'all more
treating.
calculated.
Like, yeah, they're like
Y'all more
guys are
calculated
not.
with it.
No,
we
calculated?
sloppy.
Seriously.
You're sloppy. No.
Oh, we're
No,
sloppy.
guys are definitely sloppy when
We're
they
sloppy.
cheat. They don't like it's easy, like, you know.
I mean, most guys are sloppy. Maybe
most
there's some
guys,
guys
yes.
that are like secretive
Mhm.
about it, but most guys are sloppy. I don't think
True.
women do. The only way I see, I don't think women cheat unless they have to or they feel like they should.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do cheat, I think they mostly do is dance with a guy at the club when they're with the girls.
That's not
That's
cheating.
cheating.
That is not
That
cheating.
is so not cheating.
That's not cheating.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, time out. So that's not
Did
cheating?
you just say dancing
Wait, time
with
out.
a guy is cheating?
So that's
Whoa.
not cheating? That's not
No.
cheating, right? So why is it
What do you-
bad if a guy does it with a girl?
That's not.
It's bad in either
It depends
way.
on who you're asking. But I mean, it's bad, but that's not cheating. I would
So it's not
consider-
bad.
That's not grounds of cheating for me. But I wouldn't consider that cheating.
Would you be tight if it happened again and again and again?
Absolutely.
If we're discussing it and I'm telling you, like, you know,
I don't like it.
that I don't like it, and then the thing is, what I always
But if
say
you don't
is,
know
like,
about
when
it,
I'm
then you
in
don't
a
know about it.
But when I'm
What
in a
the
relationship,
fuck kind of relationship is that if you don't know about it?
So I'm supposed
would
to tell
hide
you what
something?
happens.
You'd
Wait,
hi-
so I'm supposed to tell you what happens
So you
every
just
time I
happen
go
not
out?
to mention that you dance with another female when you full well know in fact that you have.
But you're hiding it. You're choosing to hide this fact because you think that you're protecting this woman that you're with. Get the fuck out of here.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm not choosing to protect it, but I'm just feel like.
honestly, like,
Nah, keep going.
I'm gonna speak on my behalf. There's
I'm
just
really
certain
devil's advocate, by the
things
way.
in like a relationship that don't bother me in that sense. Like, if you're dancing with this person and like you're just being like totally like, you know,
Fun.
just doing like you're doing the absolute most, then that's when I have the problem. But if you're dancing with another female, like you're out with your boys and you're dancing with another female, that doesn't bother me. My thing is, if you're trying to get her number afterwards, if you guys are like, you know, actually making out and doing all that other stuff,
Oh yeah.
then I'm there. Now, if I'm there and that's happening, that's when it's a dub. That's not
disrespectful.
happening.
That's a fact.
But the only thing is that I always say in a relationship is have that same energy. So if I'm being respectful, like, you know, not respectful, but if I'm like, you know, not being on you for that, like you doing that at a club, don't like, you know,
Don't be on
be
me.
like, oh, I have to like, you know, basically be standing against the wall or like basically dancing with my friends the whole time. Not saying I'm not gonna be like disrespectful or anything, but like,
Right.
you know, dancing is dancing, like, you know. But
I'll
as
do
long as
salsa
you're
with
just
another
not,
dude or
yeah,
those
like
kind of things.
exactly. But
Like,
when
yeah.
it comes to like
If you're going to be a sensual dancer with another,
Like if I'm a like, you know,
Yeah,
some
like,
girls just
get it
or
down,
guys just get
yeah.
crazy, like lifting up their skirts
Oh,
and like, you know,
yeah,
dance with
nah,
that.
I feel
Oh,
that.
I'm like gonna bend you over and doing all this extra stuff. Like that's like I feel like that's disrespectful when you're in a relationship. But when you're actually dancing with the person, you're at a club. If I'm not there, I'm not like expecting you. Like there's no point in you going if you're gonna stand against the wall. You should have stayed your ass at home and listened to music and smoked or drank with your friends. Like if that
Yeah.
was the case. So if you're gonna dance, go ahead and dance, but just keep in mind that eyes will be watching and you be respectful about it, and like, you know, keep that same energy if it happened to me.
Mhm.
Like I really don't, one thing I don't do is double standards. Like I'm very equal when it comes to like my relationships. Like I'm gonna like do not say I can't do something, but then you go ahead and do that same thing.
Yeah.
So if you
That
don't
would
want
just
me
be
to
so
do
fucked.
something, then you keep that same, like, you know, energy when it comes to that. And just how, and it's vice
That's
versa.
it. You put in what you want.
Alright. I'm gonna
Okay.
attack you again.
What?
I'm gonna attack you. So let me ask you something. So you
Attack?
believe
Oh my god.
everything should be revealed in a relationship? So you mean every time I come home from somewhere, I gotta tell you what happened that night?
No.
No,
Absolutely
not like
not.
that.
So why should I have to
Like,
tell
I
you
don't
about
think
what
it has to
happened
be,
at the
like,
club with me and my boys?
drill sergeant or whatever? I'm just like, I want to know. Like,
So if I
That's
come
interesting,
home,
but I
like, oh,
wouldn't-
how was your night? It was good.
No, I want details.
yeah.
You want details?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so
I want you guys to be open and just tell
No,
me what's
like the
happening.
thing, but it shouldn't be.
Like-
It's not a drilling thing.
Yeah.
It's literally.
I don't
like,
want details when. Okay, so let's say my girl went out. I don't want details. I'm gonna ask how your night was. Oh, it was good. Okay, that's it. I don't want to know
So
details.
you're not interested.
I'm not interested because I trust
But-
you. I know you.
But it's not
In
about
my
that.
mind, I
though.
trust
It's
you.
not
No,
about
but it's
that.
not-
That's
no.
But
the
why do
thing.
you guys want
It's-
details?
no, but
My
it's a
thing is
difference-
why do you want details?
But it's a difference
guys
between
think-
not trusting a person and
Yeah.
just like generally like
Tell me
we're
what
like,
happened.
but I honestly feel like guys are actually curious as well. Like I've had relationships
I'm not
where
curious.
they want to know. No, you do have some people that
It
are not
depends on
like that.
yeah.
I'm more like that. Like I literally like, I mean, if you want to express to me like, you know, or you want to tell me what happened, then that's fine. But I'm not like gonna dig into it, and I don't really like, you know, care that much to know.
Yeah.
But
right.
like, you know,
I've told you that.
I've
Just, like,
tried
I'm not
to
gonna
like,
ask
you know,
twice.
yeah, I've tried like, you know, to be more like emotionally available in that sense of like, you know, if you want to tell me how your night went, like I'm gonna dig a little more into that. But before, that's literally how I used to be. Like, you know, you go out, you go with your friends, you tell me, I'm like, oh, how's your night? It's good. That's it. Like, you know, if you want to tell me more, then that's it. But like I've noticed that like, especially like lately, like guys are a little more sensitive in that way, and like they want to like, I feel like it's kind of like a not trusting thing.
Mm-hmm.
And in the sense of, oh, you're questioning me on
Like,
like
dude, I'm not
what
coming
I'm
at you
doing,
anyway.
like, you know,
Yeah.
it's not,
Literally, you wanna know what
it's a
happened.
difference between like actually wanting to like, you know, generally see how your night is, or feeling interrogated, like, you know, just because you're looking for something to get upset about. You get what I'm saying?
And
So
it's
like
that's like the first
So I think it's just how you girls approach it. Like,
yeah.
If you approach me
That's
like,
it.
oh, how's your night?
Like any person.
But if you approach me like, oh, how's your night? Like, on some shit like, oh, like you found out about some shit?
Yeah.
Now I'm supposed to wear like, don't interrogate. Like, I don't like being interrogated. Like,
Me either.
No one does. Who does?
But my thing is, I don't feel like, what am I doing? Okay, so it's like this situation. If my girlfriend, right, she has work, she has this guy that constantly flirts with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she tells me about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna go to her fucking job and beat the dude up. Like, no, I'm gonna trust her,
Right.
and she's gonna handle it like a woman, and she's gonna tell homie, listen, I have a man, that's it.
Sure.
So my thing is, when I say that everything doesn't have to be revealed in a relationship, my thing is, if a guy or a female did dance with someone at that club, to me, it doesn't have to be revealed. Because my thing is, if you did dance with them, then what happened at that club, stay at that club, and y'all just dance and that's it. I'm not thinking if y'all dance and you actually have this nigga's number and you text him or that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I said I don't care if she tells me, and I don't think that's why I don't think everything should be revealed. The only time shit should be revealed if I know so and something happened and they disrespected you, then that's a different problem. Like, tell me about it, and then we gotta squash that shit. Then I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But I'm not trying to know about something at work. Like, you tell me
like
something
voluntarily just telling on yourself. I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't voluntarily tell myself.
No one voluntarily tells on themselves in that way. But it's just like, if you ask, like, I've been asked that, like, you know, oh, like, did you dance some? Yeah.
I've been asked that too.
But why are you asking me? Like,
exactly. And I said no, but in my head, if I know I did, I did. But why are you asking me? That's where I say that it comes from, like, you generally wanting to know versus you like feeling interrogated, because the thing is that you're trying to find out if something was more than what it is. So that means that you don't trust me if you're asking, like you're not. I don't feel that it all depends on the tone. Tone is everything when it comes to a relationship. So the thing is, it all depends on your tone. So if a difference, like, oh, how was your night versus, oh, like, did you dance with anybody? That's
like,
what I'm saying.
or
like, you come out the jump
I feel
like
like you're digging for information.
Facts.
So I instantly get upset and on a defense because I'm like, why are you questioning me about this? Like,
it should be fun. It should be
regular.
Easy
Facts.
flow. Like, can I talk to you about it? Like, hey, so did you get a dance with anyone?
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you put up like that, and be like, nah. Like, I'm not saying y'all dance with one person.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, that's why I said, like,
but
I don't think
that's
a
how
lot
I
of
am.
shit should be
Some
revealed.
people, like, they get like a lot of girls get like upset about. They're like, oh no, he can't be dancing. Then there was no point of him going out.
Exactly.
Like, there was no point. There's no point of you going out if like you're literally just gonna. If you're not gonna do anything, like if you're gonna stand in the club the whole time and just be on your drink, like,
you don't want to be with
there.
Like, this is general. You don't red flags. Like, what are great red flags to see in like a relationship?
Ooh, red flags.
Someone, right.
I
had that in here. I forgot about it. But like, red flags, things you see before you like enter a relationship, and that's like a perfect like one. Like, if someone's obsessing your every move every time you leave the house, or like buying Goodbye. I don't care what kind of hold he has on you. If it's abusive, I'm sorry.
That's a major red flag.
That's totally something else. Like, like you can't.
Like me, I hate being questioned.
I really hate being questioned too.
Like it literally like eats out my inside. Like I literally like get so mad. Like I catch an instant attitude. Like I'm grown.
No,
I do what I want. Like I pay my own bills. Like you don't pay my bills. You don't do anything for me except you're just here. Like
don't question me. Like
don't question me.
I did it, and that's what I did. Like, that's it.
That like it
you need to know.
My soul.
You don't need to know. Like is no or just like whatever Justin like if find enough explanation. Yeah, it is. Because you don't need to explain yourself to other people.
So like, really people don't understand that. Like I'm like,
in like,
don't question me. Like, are you serious right now?
But I think all that still leads to like, I think to me, trust is one of the major components of relationships, and people don't have it a lot off the rip. Like people really don't trust one another. But you stay in that relationship for what? Like for what? Like I've been in a lot of relationships where trust was a major factor.
You don't have nothing in there, Ruby.
Yeah.
You drink it all.
We got 1800.
That's crazy.
But trust.
Just another. It's just another ASMR break.
There's nothing here.
You have to whisper because people like it when you whisper.
Oh my god.
And they like it when you do this.
What is that, water?
No.
5 rules. Let's just go run through them real fast. 5 rules on how to approach women. Okay.
Well, you can't. Well, you have to become biased though, because like y'all different from a lot of women.
Right.
Exactly.
Sure.
That's why.
But like, what's a general like take, right?
Well, you can't be ugly according to Destiny.
Destiny.
If you're ugly, it's a dove. Like, turn back around.
Make sure she is sober and aware.
Sober
and
aware.
And you're sober and aware. That's rule number 1.
What if you're drunk and the guy's sober?
And that's where the double standard comes in. I don't know. It doesn't though, because like if I'm approaching a dude and I happen to be drunk and I'm like, and he's into it, sure. But if I black out and obviously like a fucking mess, then like.
Oh, the guy probably won't. Well, I know me. If I see a girl that's blacked out, she's trying to talk to me. I'm like, nah.
I've had to be that friend. Like, you know, I'm always
that
like that babysitter friend.
Like,
yeah, like I always have to like, go in there and be like,
nah,
what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Like,
she can't
plenty
do this
of
right
times,
now.
like there's like because my friend, she was in a sorority, and so whenever they would have like those parties or whatever, so I would like
they black out like all the time type shit.
Yeah, and this guy was like trying to get like he was nice and all, but it was just like. Why are you trying to give her a jump?
Too, by the way.
But like
they're the worst type of guys. Sorority guys.
Yeah,
no,
everyone they know.
They're the worst type. They feel
but
so
they all
entitled,
know not to mess with them. That's the craziest thing. But they still get drunk around them, and then like shit happens, and then they're just like
messing with a sorority guy. You feel like some type of security.
I'm like, ew.
That's another thing that intrigues me. Like girls love messing with some guy that's a sorority member, and they feel like. Secure,
or if they have something, I don't know.
Or
like
they have
to
money.
Me, like that. I'm not into materialistic things. Like, okay, granted, it's nice or whatever, but I'm not like that. Doesn't like if you were just to be like Gucci down and I see you, that's not attractive to me. I'm just like, okay,
cool.
Like you better have something going on with yourself to have this. Like, if like you got if I say. Not saying that it's an easy job or whatever, but like, even you being a drug dealer, I feel like that's the easy way out. Like you didn't work really hard for that money. So I'm just like, you having, all of that. And it's like, why are you trying to flaunt it to me? Because I don't care about that. You could literally get your stuff from Walmart as long as you know how to put together
that's a
an outfit
of man
nice.
That they should never come across anyways.
What?
Like
with drug dealers?
Yeah, like they're not fly. I don't care what you're wearing. You're not going to impress me.
But more people are like attracted to
the bad type of guys.
Not even bad type. Like if I wouldn't even known that you were a drug dealer, but just like just because of what you're wearing, like you don't even have to be cute, but because you like people are like into materialistic things, and that's like a really sad thing. Like nowadays, like especially with females, like it's not of like who the actual person is. It's like what you have and what you can give me. So you can be like an ugly person. You can be ugly from the outside and inside, and I'm still gonna mess with you because you can give me something that I didn't have and I can't give myself. And that's like what bothers me about like, you know, females in that sense. Like, have some like, you know, respect for yourself and like, you know, some morals or something. Like,
go back to your City Girls take. I interrupted you about that. What were you about to say about the City Girls?
Oh, just in the sense of how they're like promoting that, and I feel that just them promoting it makes guys see, you know, women in a certain way as well. Like it doesn't like help, like, you know, you have these women that are like wanting respect from men and like, you know, wanting certain things, but it's just like it's not happening because you also have these females that are like, you know, promoting like, oh, that's all it's about is like literally just sleeping with a guy to like, you know, get this from him or whatever, and it just makes us like, you know, look bad. And like, you know, you have these females that are wanting certain things and the other women that are just like, you know, basically bringing that value down of what like we're looking for.
Do you like Cardi B?
I don't really listen, like, she's cool and all, but
I think there's
my
power
thing is
behind
like
those kind of women doing those kind of things. I don't think we should be judging them or telling them that like they're bringing men's like status, like mental status of thinking of women in a certain way because that's how they react. They can be that way and not get that reaction.
Yeah,
like,
I don't.
They should be able to have that power of their body and their mind and doing whatever they want. And if they say yes to what they are doing and like they have that sort of reaction that's like healthy and consensual, that's fine. But like if guys are gonna approach every single woman out there because one woman likes a kinky in a certain way, that's not okay.
It's not about, for me, it's not about that. It's like, you know, in the sense of you work for equality and you want to be seen in a certain way, but then it's like you're basically going back. It's like a different approach of a man taking care of you.
Why is it our fault?
But it's just a different approach of someone else taking care of you.
It's
in that
always
sense.
coming down on women all the time. We should be the one that's like, oh, be careful the way we think, be careful the way we act, be careful the way we dress and being. But a man, he's going to respond to you, so you have to be careful with him too, like take care of him and in the society that they're in and live in their world, because like you want to make sure that they're not going to react to you in that way. Like, no dude, like I have a body, you have a body, like if I want to dance in some certain way, like that's fine. And
no,
if
but
I want your attention,
it's not
with
that. It's in the sense of if I'm working the everyday life and I want to be seen, if I want to be seen equal in the work field, say,
right,
and it's not about, basically it's like, you know, gaining your independence and not like having a man taking care of you, being the cookie cutter, like, you know, woman, in the sense of I have to stay at home, have children, cook, clean, and do everything else while you go out and make the money. It's literally the same thing, just in a different way. I'm literally depending on like having sex with a man to basically get those things that I want in life. I want my rent paid. I want clothes. I want a fancy car. So I'm just promoting my body and like, you know, and doing certain things to get that. It's literally the same thing, just in a different approach, more of a sexual approach versus than you actually getting like, you know, you staying at home and being that person. It's literally the same thing. So how can you ask to be, you know, equal in this way, but then, you know, go back and do the same thing? It's not about, oh, I want a kinky. You can have that kinky or whatever. Sure. You do whatever you want. But it's just in the sense of, in all reality, you're still having a man take care of you.
But that's the thing, though. Like, people think feminism doesn't mean that we can't want to have a man take care of us. Hey, as long as you want equal rights, that's fine. I want a man to take care of me. That doesn't make me any less of a feminist.
Exactly.
Like, I'm okay with it. I don't, personally, for me, selling my body for, like, in that, or not selling, I don't want to say that, but, like, posing my body in that situation for that, like, I'm not gonna do. But if it works for some people,
yeah, that's for them. It just depends on who it is.
I don't fault the city girls, because to me it's just they're female rappers, and male rappers for us, we look at them as like pioneers, like Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, like Biggie and all them. We're like, we aspire to be like them. So to me, it's like the city girls. Bad example. The city girls and Cardi B are probably bad examples. I agree with that. I agree, because they promote, you know, shaking their ass and like sleep, man, which is, If they want to do that, that's what they want to do. You know, I don't mind it because to me, I guess my ear is different. Like, to me, that's just like how they want to rap. They can rap like that. I'm not a female too, so I guess I don't. But I also listen to guys that talk about selling drugs, about killing people. I listen to people like that, but I don't get influenced by it. So I see where she's coming from because the younger generation gets influenced by rappers. Exactly all they so I totally understand what she's saying because you grow up. You
when
think
you have these people that are influencing your life and you're like doing this, then that's all you're gonna follow. So that's why I tell you how
that's
like
the difference with like the elder millennial and then like the younger millennial.
That's because not true. Yes, because you guys were influenced by role models as well. You guys just might have better role models than us.
My thing is even
we didn't have like so much of Instagram influence in our teenage years, or like. All we had was like AIM and MySpace and like
but you still watch TV and you saw like I don't know like this random like
no it is kind of the same.
It's not pure.
But I feel that even in that sense like even when it comes to respect like I feel that like nowadays like kids don't even have like respect
people don't.
For,
a lot of like, people don't have respect for people either.
Yeah, not it's just kids. Like. Not just kids, but like respect just people don't have like any respect for anything. Like even though we had like these role models or whatever, I feel that it was like I don't feel it's not as bad as like it is nowadays. Like, but I was saying like me even listening to rap, like you have like I can listen to like ratchet rap for like a little bit, but that like then
after a while it does get annoying.
I get like a headache of it.
It does get annoying.
I can't do it.
I respect rappers that actually like speak about something like it's again.
What
is she talking about?
She has to go to the bathroom again.
Oh, pause it. I didn't pause it.
Yeah, but just like I can listen to it for like a little bit, but then after that, I can respect a rapper that like is actually talking about real shit. Like, yeah, you had to sell drugs to like, put food on your table or whatever. Like, that's understandable. But you're not preaching like that's all it's about. Like, that's all what life is like literally just selling drugs to get money so you could do that. It's not like they're trying to, it would be different if people like actually took that and tried to do better for themselves, but they literally stay in that same like environment.
Some people do, and I agree with that. Some people do, but you got examples like Jay-Z sell drugs, and you see where he's at. T.I. sell drugs, and just talked about his last album. He talked about how trap music, right? Trap music is about selling drugs and working on the streets and stuff. He talked about how trap music shouldn't just be labeled as just talking trap music. He talked about it should be what happens when the trapper finds his first love, goes on vacation, like stuff like that. Like he talks about like his stories exactly
in their music, but then you just have these people that like these rappers that literally rap about absolutely nothing. Like it literally makes no sense.
Totally agree.
And then it's just for the fact that it can make you money at that moment. But then you have a large following.
You right?
Good.
Yo, who is? Oh my god.
I want pizza. I'm gonna grab a slice.
Okay, grab a slice.
Have fun.
Okay.
Have fun. But don't fall. Yeah.
Bring more wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not orange one. Orange will probably actually I don't know what it tastes like.
It's good.
I believe you. But yeah.
They have like a larger like.
I think
they have a following, and I feel that especially like nowadays, like even when it comes to like back at home, like you literally like. Parents are not allowed to discipline their kids anymore. Like, it's literally like a thing of...
Who said that?
Huh?
Who? They're not?
No. Like, literally, if I was to go to school and just say that my mom beat me, not even saying that, like, she abuses me or anything like that, automatically, my mom will get a CPS case.
Like, nowadays?
Nowadays.
Word.
Just from your parent hitting you. It can be, you can do something absolutely like terrible. But just because I said that my mom beats me, you automatically get a CPS case nowadays. So it's like now, like, kids are more aware of that now. And so like the thing is that in the color, like, community, that's what they use to basically kind of rear their kids, like, to be good, like, teaching them good and bad. And they don't, it's not abuse, Like, you know, you have some kids that are abused, but, you know,
Yeah.
I don't feel that when it comes to, like, you know, rearing your child, that it's abuse. But
No, that's not abuse. I got hit as a kid. But I didn't think it was
I mean,
abuse.
I barely did. And, like, I literally only got beat one time.
Yeah.
And
that
was
see,
it for
beat's
me.
a strong word. I don't think it was beat. I just got hit with a belt. I guess that's beat, but I don't think... To me, that's not beat. That's me... But I'm not saying it was bad because it did mold me and taught me right from wrong.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not a bad... Like, I don't know if I would beat my kids. I'd probably beat... Discipline. That's a good word. Discipline.
Discipline.
I don't think I would discipline my
I don't know
kids
if
to
you wanted
that
to-
extent.
Snacks.
I don't think I would do it to my kids to that extent. But then I don't know because I don't know how
It
to
just
get a kid.
It just depends on your kid,
Because
honestly,
I say
because
the
you
same
have those
thing.
kids that are literally just hard-headed as fuck, and like literally talking to them doesn't work.
No, I feel because I think I might because whenever Romeo does something, my dog Romeo does something that he's not supposed to, I just give him a little tap on the butt. I don't hit him. I just tap him on the butt because I don't believe in hitting the dog. Yeah. So I hit him on the butt. I'm like, yo, don't do that. And he knows not to do that just by me hitting him on his butt.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't hurt him, but he knows.
It's not to like, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like I said. It's not like abuse. It's just like, you
It's
know.
all in the mic. Let me chill.
What happened?
Nah, like I was coming at shit all over the mic.
Yeah,
What's
it's not
wrong with
abuse.
you?
It's just like, you know.
Right?
That's when you like from a young age, like, you know, teaching them like right from wrong, like, you know, not a little. It's like even my nephew. It's like if he does something like that, you don't actually do it, but you're like, oh, do you want pow pow?
Yeah,
And then he already knows, like, all right,
yeah.
nah, I don't want pow pow, so let me
Exactly.
not do this.
Exactly.
He doesn't even know what it is, but he just
Exactly.
knows,
As
like,
long as it's not like a retaliation kind of like punishment thing. It's like, no, you don't do that.
hmm
Give a little smack. Like, no.
yeah, that's it. Like,
Mhm.
it's not actually.
Oh, you got barefoot? What's actually the one I tried? The pink one.
Destiny brought that too.
Yeah, I like this one though. It's good.
Y'all don't keep talking?
Yes, no,
Or y'all
yeah.
good? You good?
I'm fine with it.
Copy.
Shall we do it?
Ending note.
Yes, an ending note.
You got this.
Special thanks to
Oh yeah, special thanks. Oh, see, look at Haley. Special thanks to Heily and Destiny for being a part of the special edition.
it
Of
was
the
a
Soapbox.
pleasure. I'm so glad
Yes.
we did
Thank
this.
you guys
From
for
the
being a part
Soapbox.
of it.
This was like the first time that you had like totally different.
People,
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
Facts.
Shout out
Hopefully
to
they won't be too mad.
Karan. Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to Karan and Keem.
Yes.
It was only one time thing, guys. Don't be mad at me.
Hey, maybe it's not.
Well, maybe it's not.
we,
Maybe.
like, ask
Maybe we'll
for
come
more.
and feature sometime.
Oh yeah, facts.
So you guys get the female aspect.
Facts. So
Hopefully you got like what you needed because like we have a lot more happening.
heard you.
This list I don't even think we went through, guys. We missed
actually
a lot
did.
of things.
We didn't touch none of them shits.
Nope.
But thank you guys
This is
for listening to
good.
the Soapbox. For those
Seriously.
listening on YouTube, SoundCloud,
Share this with all your
Whatever.
friends.
facts. Just don't forget to subscribe and shit. I'm really drunk from the wine.
Say that again. One more time.
Bleh.
Chill.
Subscribe, like, share, comment,
Open.
whatever.
Peace.
Bye.
Go home, folks.